Alrighty then, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy, like a one half and duo, and this is the usual end of the year recap. Ah, 2018 has been a unique year in gaming, but I mostly have people joining in. Hopefully, more people will join in later on. Send a link to certain people so we can have the conversation about 2018 from how gaming has come. And I see you got Melmint already got his hard hat on. Don't worry, Melmint. We're gonna try to keep it as on BC as we can, as we LBC as we can, but we'll you can't guarantee nothing.
There's still one more LBC you got to do before the year ends, or
I
at least
know.
next year.
Does it involve Bethesda again?
Huh?
Does it involve Bethesda again, or is it
No.
Blizzard?
No. I know what Kuroshi's talking about. He shared a video. I might check it. I might see Kuroshi, but it's almost end of the year. A man could relax his brain a little bit if you don't mind. Hell, we talked about a lot of crap last night that happened in real life. That's LBC.
Oh yeah.
So let's relax. Let's keep our brains going. Cause what you said, 2017. I mean 18. It was 2019.
Yep.
Yes. Oh well. So, like I said, 2018 had a very unique year of its own, and I will let. Basically, we're gonna do a little summary of it from each person's perspective. Everybody had their own opinions, their own perspective. Oh yeah, I forgot to send a link to one more person, which is Drew Rider. So, but let's see what I sent to her. But Judy,
Fox will be joining us at a later time.
oh, I sent him the link. So if he sees it, he'll join in. I send him the link. So with that said, I'll let you start. I'll let you start it off.
So,
Peter, now what basically what just summarize a quick little summary of what you think of 2018.
it was a rather slow year.
Okay.
To some, it's the same old as last year, or to others, it's worse than last year. Games-wise, at least.
Okay.
Especially with all the recent controversy from other major gaming studios like Bethesda and Blizzard.
All I have to say about this year is lots and lots of bottle caps and the scent of cheap rum.
Okay, now you're being a Drew. Can you just learned about that yesterday, so don't even start that crap. But that's is that what you got? But anything else you want to join? Like I said, I just want you to do a summary of what you think what 2018 is from your perspective. So that's you cool with that? And then you want to add anything else, Peter?
Yeah, and of course some same old BS on Nintendo bashing on their year, on the Switch's second year, simply because it's quote unquote not as good as 2017. Therefore, it must be awful.
Gotcha. All right. What about you, Kanoshi, sir? What was 2018 been for you as gaming? What's it, from your opinion? What do you think of it?
Well, it's the continuation of me not caring what the media says, because all they do is they're inconsistent, very inconsistent, purposely inconsistent. It's not the kind of inconsistency where you're unaware that you're being inconsistent. It's like on purpose. Yeah. With the online stuff, Nintendo's online. When people are complaining about Nintendo's online, I was wondering, why do they purchase the other online services? Like, what do they give you besides old games that you probably owned anyway, or games that you would never thought about owning ever? Like, why are the other online services such a big deal? And I'm not necessarily defending Nintendo when it comes to their online service, because well, it has its share, it has its fair share of problems. But
Got there.
how come those other online services don't get criticized? Probably the only reason people buy into them is just because they have to.
The reason they're bashing the online service because they expect Nintendo's online service to be the same as Sony and Microsoft's online service, but better. Since
For that price or not.
they're bigger Nintendo fans than Sony and Microsoft fans.
We have EA.
Some fans they are.
We had EA insulting their customers when it came to Battlefield 5. We had Blizzard insult their customers with a predecessor to a game that existed on PC, but now they decided to put it on mobile.
Send it mobile.
Yeah, it's a complete mockery of their fan base. And
and the "Do you even own phones?" comment.
Oh God! Did you have to go there?
2018 was a bit of a mixed bag. I mean, there's some, for me at least, Sunset Overdrive came to PC. Great little game. I'm surprised. It's sad that it was put on the wrong console. Super Smash Brothers was announced and released the year it was announced, which hardly ever happens with Nintendo games. And 2018 was, 2018, I guess.
Okay. Andre, you there?
Mm-hmm. I'm here. Just been listening.
All right, Andre, what do you think? What's your roundup of 2018 from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, we had a bum-ass rapper who had never had a really good career outside of one or two songs, decided that he was going to bootleg emulation consoles and say that he couldn't be touched because he was going to sell them in the United States. And then he just decided today that he had to take them off of his website and stop selling them openly because there's a possible law. And I have been very accurate in predictions for most of this year. Unfortunately, my channel doesn't get that much attention, but I've been very accurate in predictions this year, whether it be Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony. And to cap that all off, for gaming this year, I don't know what to cap it off with because everything I just wanted to say was right there.
What about the insult that was the PlayStation?
Oh, no. I know what to cap it off with. Fallout 76% off gave gamers a cardboard disc in a physical package.
No.
That's what to cap it off.
We'll get to that.
It's worse than that.
Okay.
Yes, wrong.
Okay. So that's what you're.
I just find it ironic. People got mad at Nintendo for selling cardboard that you make crafts with to play games. But Bethesda comes out and slides a cardboard disc at you that can't even be used as a coaster, and like nobody harped on that.
Oh, they harped on it. just
not enough to be.
It fizzled out very quickly then.
No, it fizzled out quickly because once one negative happened, another negative thing happened. Well,
yeah, they had the issue with the disc. They had the issue with the bag, and now they have another issue. I believe they had
with the rum.
I've never
with the rum coming in a plastic bottle.
I've never seen a company besides EA shit the bed this hard.
and at the worst time of the year too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bethesda, you are the king of fucking up everybody's Christmas.
Not really. I'll say what I said to that.
Oh, somebody did worse than Christmas Day.
Second
if
opinion.
somebody didn't hear that stuff that a certain digital card was sent out, and well, it was not only recalled, but the code was changed up.
Gotcha. Well, since that's the case, then Joe, I'll ask you, how was 2018 in your opinion?
Let's just say it's a roller coaster. We had some ups with some quality games, and some games that actually were actually quite an eye catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the downs, which I'll just say some people need to learn to market themselves better, or find somebody to do marketing.
Okay. Oh,
So in short, I would say it's a mixed bag.
all right.
It's a
SK.
very mixed bag.
Yes, it is. SK, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What about you? 2018. What's in your opinion? What was 2018 to you in gaming?
To me, gaming. Well, I bought about 20 games this year, maybe more, give or take. So all in all, it was just fine for me. You know, I play game. I don't look at what other people play, and I don't complain about stuff. I just buy if I want something, and if I don't like it, I just don't buy it. For the most part, it's been perfectly fine for me. You know, nothing really to complain about. I mean, I know people talk about slow points and this and that. Listen, man, I don't care about none of that. I got what I wanted. Everything that I bought, I enjoy. That's all I could ask for.
You got Trail 83's like, well, how you been? Trailer 83 in the chest, like, holy crap, SK massive. How you been, man? Ain't here for you in a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, it's just taking it easy, man. I just can't keep up with the bunch of bull crap in these communities, man. The amount of people cry for so many stupid shit. Oh, sorry, my language, man.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I don't
but
blame
the
you.
amount of people cry for the amount of stupid stuff, man, that I just don't. Most time I just don't even feel to, you know, put my 2 cents into anything because it's just can't go with this type of vibes, man.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
Hey, look, I understand you want to save your brain cells.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. People complain about all kind of crap. I'm seeing people now complain about okay, so they took down Soldier Boy, right? And now I'm seeing people talking about if they put enough the same type of effort that they did complaining about Soldier Boy for the Nintendo Online service. Maybe Nintendo could have do something better. I mean, just a bunch of stupid crap, man. Like people wasn't already complaining about it. I don't know. I just don't understand it, man. I mean, everybody think that they know how this works and how that works, man. And when they hear them start complaining, it just sounds like a bunch of nonsense, man. So you know, for me, I come into the gaming community to play games, man. Talk about a little bit of game here and there, and you know, for the most part, you know, gaming is not necessarily my number one hobby, but I enjoy it, and I just like different and you know
Then what's going on?
different. No, I just like different type. I'm not a fan of the what you would call it, those games where the mass media like. I'm not really a fan of
Mainstream.
those. I like the little yeah. I'm not a fan of the mainstream gaming, so you know. So for the most part, it's been good for me.
You mean movie simulators?
Hmm?
You mean movie simulators?
Movie
I don't play
simulators.
those crap neither. Listen, I don't play those
Good
crap.
one.
I've had guys, you know, when the Nintendo Online service came out, I mean, guys that I used to follow and I thought was pretty cool and stuff like that. I've had guys just kind of kick me out the network and all kind of crap simply because I said you know, Nintendo have their own service and they choose to do whatever they want to do with it. We have a choice whether we want to buy it or not buy it, and I guess that was enough to piss people off. So I mean, it's been an eye opener for me this year. Huh?
It was the truth, though.
Yeah, it's the truth, but that's just been enough. And I mean, it's guys that I would think would have more common sense to just understand and just kind of, even if you don't agree, just agree to disagree and just move on. Before I know it, I noticed guys deleted me from from the friend list on the Switch and all kind of different stuff over our opinion that wasn't even an argument. It's just like, okay, you're complaining about this and that, and I'm telling you, there's things that is more important and than just complaining about this stupid crap. If you're gonna complain about this type of stuff, why you don't complain about that? Oh, all of a sudden they can't argue with me, so instead of arguing with me, they just delete me from everything. But huh?
They run away.
Yo, and trust me, there is a couple of the guys that you know pretty well.
Well, Andre has a video about that on his channel.
I do have a video about that on my channel. So
yeah, I know.
Speaking of,
I've heard the video.
Speaking of complaining, it's also funny how people will make points about this one thing that everybody was making points about. A certain thing. For example, it's funny the same points that people were making about the Switch, we were making about the Wii U back when it was out. So yeah.
Back when it was their their current whipping boy.
Yeah. The same defenses they gave the Switch were the same defenses we gave to the Wii U, but they weren't willing to listen then.
It's like I said, it's just a bunch of stupidness, man. Because it's almost like, if I don't complain, then I'm not then I don't have no right to be in the gaming community. If I'm not going to complain on topics everybody else is mad about, and that type of stupidness, man. I mean, listen, for me, as far as online gaming goes, all I want to be able to do is just take up my game, play them online if they have online component to them. I don't speak to nobody online anyway, so why do I care about voice chat and all that stuff? I have a PS4, I had an Xbox One, and even when I had those systems and I was playing online, I never voice chat with no one. I mean, the sport games I played, I never voice chat with anyone. So I'm not telling you to not complain about what you want. But don't expect me to complain for you, because I'm not. Me and you is in two completely different categories. You argue for what you want, and I'm gonna argue for what I want. The difference is that I don't argue about gaming stuff, because I have a choice. I could either buy the product, I cannot buy the product, and there's games that I was gonna buy that I saw stuff and I just didn't really. I'm not really feeling certain things, so I just kind of back off. But I ain't got to talk about it. It's my choice. I ain't got to tell you what I did and what I didn't do.
All right. Well, so that's everybody I see here. Okay.
Well, Trinell's comment about the Wii U in the Switch.
Yeah. Remember when in the Wii U they talked about droughts? Now the Switch has a plethora of games and people still complaining about it. Yep, because the Switch has over 2,500 games.
And that is unheard of in 2 years.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. And this hasn't even fully been 2 years.
Yeah. So you have a lot of games that you have a lot of games that there's a lot of games out there that you can get, and again, and it's not region locked. So when I'm in the 200, I'm talking about for Europe and for Japan. So you want to play certain games in Japan? Hey, make an account, go over to Japan, buy the game, and play what you want to play to your heart's content.
I don't think the PS2 have that many games in 2 years.
No, it does.
It has that games, but it has that many games, but it didn't have it in that first in almost in that first 2 years. No, it has not. No. Let's be honest. Yeah, majority of the games are indie games that's on the Switch. So that's what I'm saying. So PS2 didn't have indie game setups or whatever.
While that is true, while that is very true, all those indies didn't have to put their games on the Switch.
Nope.
They could have avoided it.
Well, they did. Some did it for Wii U.
Let me ask you guys a question. Because I know guys like to talk about droughts and stuff like that, right? So you said the Switch is not even 2 years old, right? It's about 3 months from being 2 years old. Let's see. So I'm just gonna count off all my software on the system. I just want to see because me personally, I don't know where drought came from. I hear people talk about it. I don't understand it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33,
Are
34,
you hitting
35,
35?
36, 37, 38, 39, 40,
Why
41, 42, 43, 44,
45?
45, 46, 47, 48,
His games.
49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55,
Damn.
56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64,
70,
65,
70,
66,
70.
67, 68, 69. I got 70 games on the Switch.
I'm
It's
about
the
to say,
system
man,
only
you
been
just
out
had
2
to
years
take a
old.
breath. Did you do that in one breath?
Nah, but you get my point. My point is, people want to talk about drought. You think I could ever sit down here and agree with anybody with a drought? I got 70 games. I've beaten at least half of them already.
The problem is people don't want to describe the drought the way it actually is, and Liger's brought this up many times before. It's a drought to you because you're not finding something you want to play.
Exactly.
Not that there's nothing coming out. It's because you're not finding what you want, and that was the situation with the Wii U. Even though it didn't get as much support as the Switch does, it still had constant games coming out like every week.
Exactly. And guess
It
what?
wasn't the stuff that everybody else wanted, so they decided it wasn't anything there.
And guess what? I still have 3 games that is still into plastic wrapper, so they're not registered on my software list. So I have games, and I have games to play over and over. And guess what? This is the only platform system I ever purchased that I've beaten at least half of my library already, and that's because of the nature of the platform, where I can play my game when I'm home and take it with me and continue playing it. And I work by myself, so I don't, so I can play my games while I'm working.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
So when I told the people and I said, listen, I don't care how early in the system life it is, it's my favorite system of all time personally, and that's because of the nature of the system, and that I can beat my games as I choose to. There ain't no other platform that I ever played on. I mean, Liger knows. I've never really been a handheld type of guy, because the games, the system, like the 3DS and stuff like that, always cramping up my hands. So I bought the systems, but I would never be able to finish the games because I start getting these bad cramps. Right? The Switch, for some reason, it doesn't happen to me. So what I do is I have my games. I play whatever I got to play when I'm home. If I'm with my kids or whatever, I take the system, I give them the TV, I continue playing. When I go to work, I walk with the system. I have a charger in my vehicle. I charge my system, I play, and I'm good to go. So so all the complaints and everything that people have about the system, to be honest with you, I don't have those complaints, because every system is going to have issues. But when I have to factor in what I'm getting from the system versus the little minor issues that people having with it, all that is irrelevant when I look at what I'm getting from the system. I mean, the amount of hours I've put into game. I mean, there's probably about 10 games I have on the system that I've put over 200 hours in.
Well, you can, because the system is available for that to happen.
Exactly.
Outside of the droughts, there's also been some rather pointless controversy regarding the Nintendo games that came out this year, ranging from.
But that's the same thing as the drought argument. It's just not what you want. That doesn't make it worthless. That doesn't make it bad. It's just not what you want. It's not your preference.
ranging
Well,
from the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze port being more expensive, not being cheap.
Well, no, see that I get why Nintendo did it. I don't agree with it. I get why they did it.
To Let's Go Eevee being casualized for the Pokemon Go audience.
The Pokemon Go thing doesn't bug me so much. I mean, I get why some people may feel a little fearful, but me personally, it doesn't affect me.
well, guess what? For me, that Pokemon Let's Go game, guess what? I've played plenty Pokemon games, never finished any of them. You could say what you want. That's the only one I've beaten. And guess what? I bought my 3 nieces all a copy of the game. So guess what? You might not like it, but guess what? I enjoy it more than the other ones because the other ones I was never able to get into it anyway. I'm new to the Pokemon scene, so you guys might be veteran and this might be a disappointment to you, but there's games for everybody.
That's what I've been doing. People who are into this,
The only thing I think is a legitimate argument when it comes down to Pokemon Go, and this is because it was presented one way. It was presented to be a side game, and we later hear afterwards it may not be a side game. I can see why people would be upset with that. But that's about the only thing I can understand people being upset with this game, as far as the game itself.
Then
I understood the purpose of it, understood why they made it, understood the purposing of it, because it was to draw in the people who were playing on the mobile app. And it, for the most part, worked.
Then you have the complaints about Mario Tennis Aces online system, even though that, as of right now, that's already been fixed.
Well, guess what? I play that all the time. If you look at my on my recent played games, I've been playing that a hell of a lot, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Perfectly fine for me. You know, this is the thing, man. When I look at sport game, right? Because what I've noticed about a lot of people is that you make certain type of game and they want all this weird stuff in the game that is not even part of the actual sport of the game. When I buy a sport game, I'm buying it for specifically what the sport is, and if there's other little other little features to the game or other little gameplay twerks and stuff like that to the game, it's all good. But at the end of the day, the basic of the game have to work, and the aspects of the game that I'm expecting to satisfy me have to satisfy me, and as long as it does that, then I'm all good, because I'm not going to go purchase a basketball game to be able to, and expecting to be able to ride the basketball like I'm driving a car or some kind of weird crap like that. I'm looking to play basketball the way that I understand basketball. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Then there's the controversy regarding Nintendo Labo itself selling expensive cardboard.
Still sold. Still you want to say? Still sold.
It's craft kit.
The best laugh
It's literally craft kit.
It's just cardboard. It's just plain cardboard.
Yeah, but look at who's arguing about it. Grown ass man that it was never even made for. The kids ain't complaining.
I don't think I've heard of a kid complaining about Labo.
Exactly.
So, according to an article that Jewel, Ms. Redfox, and I were discussing in yesterday's BS Busters podcast, they say that Nintendo Labo was the only loser of Nintendo's year.
No, it wasn't.
Didn't that sell out?
It sold over 1 million.
Didn't I want to say Labo did pretty damn decent, especially
the only Labo that didn't do well out of the 3 is the robot, the Variety Kit, and the Vigo. They did great.
I was going to say, the Mecha didn't do well. People don't want to do the Mecha?
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Any one of you know the sales comparison for the between the Labo and the PSVR? No,
Yes, I do.
it's not a troll question. It's not a troll question.
I know. No. I laugh because it's just out of the park. It's out of left field what you just said. That's all. I'm not.
No, because the reason why I asked that is because people want to shit on these little things that is not have nothing to do with them. It's aimed to a different type of audience. It's almost like you're in a gaming community, right? Gaming is not specific to you. It's it's to when a developer develops something, they want to try to get their own kind of gathering around it. So you might not like it. It's okay. It doesn't mean that somebody else cannot like that product.
Exactly.
Then people sit down there and they try to praise the PSVR, they try to praise this and try to praise that, when those are the same people that talk about gimmick this and gimmick that, when the PSVR have every one of the gimmicks combined included into it. And it's okay for that to not take off the way that the company wants it to take off, but then they want to sit down there and penalize a product that is made for kids because they don't think that it sell as good as they thought it could sell, or whatever the case is. They're going to talk about it all the time. And I just don't understand. And like I said, those are some of the reasons why I just kind of step back and just kind of say, man, you know what? I don't even know if I even want to, have any kind of conversation about gaming anymore, especially on YouTube, because it just seems like it's just a bunch of idiots that just be running around in these communities looking for issues to start and arguments to start and topics to get into, to create like a fight and all that stupid stuff, man. I ain't got no time for that, man. Like I said, I'm a grown man. I have kids. I'm a very busy person. I ain't got time. If I come into the gaming community, I want to come in, listen to guys speak, enjoy their conversation. Just cool conversation. When they start getting into taking shot at other people, this and that, arguing about the same topic every single day, that's when I start to like, nah, man, I don't want to be a part of this, man, because, I ain't saying that you can't argue about, give you 2 cents about, things that you don't like. But when you're going to give you 2 cents today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, next week come around, you still on the same topic, a month pass and you jump back into the topic, I'm like, yo, at some point, we got your point. You don't need to, repeat the same thing 100 times for me to understand what you're saying. You say one time, I understand what you're saying. If you say it twice, it's fine. Say it 3 times, it's still kind of fine. But I just start going on and on, it's like, okay. And then it's like, okay, sometimes I'll just say, yo, then we get your point. Get to something else, man. F you, this and that. Man, get the F out of here. You don't tell me what, maybe you could have talked to me a little bit nicer. I'm like, so you want me to talk to you a little nicer? But all I said was, yo, there's different topics there. You only want to come at me and start giving me F-bombs, but then at the end of the day, when we start digging deep into the argument, you can tell me maybe I should have been a little nicer? What the heck is that?
Yeah.
You guys know when?
Like every time I hear about this happening with people, though, it makes me want to do just a straight up F-bomb video that I leave private and I give people the link to send to other people to after they've been been a pain in the behind. Since y'all like to call me the Oprah of F-bombs. I might as well personify it.
You guys know when Nintendo's financial reports will be available online?
For what?
January or March? Or the end?
No, March is the end of the year. It'll be basically close to the end of January for third quarter, which will reflect on the whole of the holiday season.
Okay, because I want to see if the holiday season affected the overall sales number for Nintendo Labo.
Mm-hmm.
It depends whether or not.
I'm pretty sure it went up.
It went up. I mean,
with them
and going back to SK's question, yeah, it sold 1 million faster than the PlayStation VR. But again, it's a different price point, so out that too. But it did so
Different
fast.
price point, and it's also a different style of item.
They
But I
didn't
guess the
have
point that
to.
he was making.
They probably didn't have to sell a lot to make their money back.
Well, that's true. But no, I'm talking about.
Insane.
But I am saying no. They did 700. They were supposed to. They wanted to do 2 million. They basically got a 2 million. They got a million in the first. They got 750,000. So like I said, yeah, they level surpassed that, of course, but and went over the million mark. So yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the only reason I asked that question is because I just find it strange that people is all over Labo case when the company is satisfied with what Labo did and what it's doing, whereas Sony was never satisfied with the projection of the PSVR.
No, it was not.
But you hear people out there trying to say how trying to spin it like it's a success. And I'm just saying, listen, man.
I was going to say, on top of that, Labo has a lot more users than just playing games with it, to be fully honest. We've got a lot more users than PSVR does.
Yeah.
Guess what? And in probably about when I do get my son his own Switch, I will get him a Labo too.
Hey, I agree with you. I'd do the exact same thing.
And now continuing on with the pointless Nintendo controversy is the final one, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which already has its own set of controversies in itself.
Where do we begin with that one?
I don't really have none, except for people who are trying to be what it is. They really don't have no controversy in that one.
Well, for starters,
I think the only controversy that's really surrounded is people having trouble with the online, but that's also people probably not knowing how to fucking modify their Wi-Fi setting.
Well, it's not the Wi-Fi again. It's too much people hitting the Wi-Fi. It's too many people hitting that.
Sakurai has already said in a Famitsu interview that they're already working on fixing the online soon, but they're
okay, so they're fixing
There's only so much Nintendo can do, though.
I'll be honest with you guys, right? Personally, this is just my own opinion anyway. Is I believe the people that is arguing about the online network probably got bad internet, the cheap internet service in the first place, and expecting Nintendo to be able to fix their problem. Now the reason why I said that is because I prior to last week, I couldn't say anything about the online because I haven't been on the online. I was trying to finish up the World of Light first before I actually go online. So I have a couple friends of mine back in St. Kitts. That's in the Caribbean islands. I play with them. I play with my brothers and stuff like that, and we don't have any issues when we're playing online. But those guys have good service, right? I have the best Comcast offering right now. My brothers also have what Comcast is offering. The best Comcast is offering. I play wire and I play wireless. Depends on which. If I'm in my gaming room, it's a wire setup in there. If I'm in the living room with my kids, it's a wireless setup. I don't have any kind of lagging issues or anything like that. I've noticed though sometimes when I go online and I play with just a couple random people here and there, I'll have some bad matches. So what that is telling me is that it's the people internet service that is actually poor, and they're just trying to find any and anything because you know how it works. I'm not gonna blame something else for my issues. I'm gonna blame what everybody else would look to blame. So I would go out there and I would overlook my internet service that might cost me $20, and knowing that I could upgrade to a faster service, but I don't want to spend that extra money. So I'm gonna buy the game and expect it to work perfectly. And when it doesn't work perfectly, it got to be the game. And then people try to compare a game like Splatoon and stuff like that to saying that service works perfectly fine and this and that. And I'm like trying to tell people, listen, Splatoon is a shooting game. Splatoon lags a lot. The problem is that you don't notice a lot of time it's lagging because of the nature of the game. Sometimes I'm shooting a guy. Then the guy ain't die until after I finish shooting with him. That's all that is lagging. But the difference is in a fighting game, it's precision, hit for hit, response for response. So obviously you're gonna notice that much faster. Splatoon is also a game that I could go into my my phone to my Switch and play Splatoon online, and it works pretty fine. But it's just the nature of the game. Smash is a whole different beast, so you can't compare that game to something like this. And to be honest with you, every platform I've been on, I played Mortal Kombat 10 on my PS4. Play a bunch of other fighting games on my PC and stuff like that. It all depends on who I fight against. Some people, my service work perfectly fine, and these is one-on-one matches. My service work perfectly fine. Other times, I got to quit the game. I'm trying to force, trying to get to where I could actually get to the menu to quit because, the game is lagging so bad I can't even get to the pause menu. And this is not on the Switch. This is on PC. This is on PS4. What am I supposed to say? Those services are bad too? No, because I know it's actually the person's internet service.
Well,
now that we got out of the way, I think I should discuss the other big controversy regarding Smash, which is the roster, because despite bringing back every single character,
don't even bring that up. I don't want to hear it because that's not a controversy. That's people.
That's stupidness.
That's just people being upset. They're not.
That's not a controversy. That's a bitching. I'm not going that route with people.
That's people just being upset they're not getting what they want.
I mean, if all the characters came back and you can't get it, and just because if you start off, all the characters came back, you should have a favorite between all 70 characters, and you ain't find one yet. Then no, I don't care. Do not care. You
know why? Because those are the people that want somebody like they want characters that never been in Smash to. And so they're gonna argue about a bunch of stupidness, man.
It's kind of funny that you want to argue in characters to get in Smash, but then you're still gonna argue about Nintendo, even though Nintendo still bring characters from other companies and make them irrelevant, from Pac-Man to Mega Man to to Simon Belmont Richter. Even Ryu and Ken got better chances in that than Street Fighter 5. So hell.
Ooh.
Man, the sad thing is Ryu and Ken in Smash Ultimate look better than Ryu and Ken in Street Fighter 5.
Well, see, look, this is the fact. I mean, we've never seen I know people cringe at the idea of calling Smash a fighting game, but we've never seen a fighting game, or at least I haven't seen a fighting game, decide to bring like this reunion game back where all the characters from past games are back.
Oh,
the only one that I can think that close to this is Mortal Kombat.
There is this other
Mortal Kombat's got it before.
There was this other Smash Ultimate related controversy, which is the hazards off versus on controversy for competitive play.
That's been going on since Melee. Again, you're bringing up stuff they've been old, dude. They've been going on since Melee. That's not a controversy. That's just people just bitching.
Look, the only controversy that I know is that why don't they have the video game character that I made up from the top of my head in Smash Brothers? That's the controversy.
Basically,
that's the problem.
That's what it is.
But in the Mii fighters.
Yeah, I mean, look, like that stuff is not no controversy. You play the games, you have fun with the games.
Let me put it this way: very rarely is a game going to knock it out the park and be perfect. There's going to be trade-offs for everything.
Yes, every game is. That's why I always say there's no perfect games out there. So.
And that's just the way it is. So I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, you have a game. You have Sakurai and his team did a great job of making a game. He has World of Light. He has every classic, every character has their own thing. The music, all this stuff, all the potential, the detail, everything, and it's the biggest crossover game ever. I mean, you have characters from platformers, fighting, RPG. I mean, it's just action game, hell, racing. I mean, it is a crossover of genres, it's a crossover of characters. It's basically also a nod to the legends of gaming.
Yep.
So hell, 20 years in this game of this game is awesome. Yeah, you take it as is. If as SK was saying, you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like someone's holding you down and like, buy this shit or else. No one's doing that.
That's because you have the problem with people who can't like not buy something that is popular.
So
we'll get to that.
There are some people who don't buy the game will encourage others to boycott the game and the next game.
Well, let them do it. Again, if you don't have your own mind to say buy what you like, and you let people on YouTube influence you like that, then you were not gonna buy the game in the first place.
Let me put it this way: there are times when saying boycott that game is acceptable, like the shit that EA does with their microtransactions, with their FIFAs and their Maddens and all that stuff. If someone said, "Look, listen. I'm not saying don't play your football, your soccer, your European football, your American football games, but just don't buy the one that's coming out this year. Just skip it."
I don't tell. Well, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying if people want, again, I can't tell people what to do with their wallet.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because these are the same people who every year they complain. It's like these microtransactions, these special teams, these star cards. I'm tired of this shit. And yet, because you buy it, you're like,
exactly.
If you pour money into it, they'll keep on doing it. If you don't, they'll take the message. I mean, look what happened. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on at EA right now, with the stock market. But look how much kicking them in the shin with Battlefield 5 worked for EA. Good job.
Well, it didn't work out. Exactly, it didn't work out that well. So before we go any further, Red, you just joined in. So give us your summary of 2018 from your point of view.
2018 was kind of quiet. There were some good games that came out on everything except for the Xbox One because I don't know. I don't know what Microsoft's doing with that console. But, I mean, there was some good stuff that came out for your PS4. You finally got a Spider-Man 2. Updated for the modern age. You got a God of War that's not really God of War, but people are loving it for some reason. I don't know, but if you have a Switch, you got stuff to play on that. I mean, you got a new Smash Brothers with all of the stuff, a decent season pass. I mean, it's a great time to be a gamer.
Okay. All right. Well, since everybody did their stuff, let me break down mine. So 2018 in gaming. Now, kind of like SK, because somebody asked me this question too, and say, it was Sprite who asked me the question when we were doing the meet together with him and Doc. I said, look, I never really have a bad, from my perspective. That's why I asked everyone of y'all from your perspective. Y'all take it the way y'all want to take it. For me, I don't have no bad year because I buy what I want. Like what I want. That's how I is. So to me, 2018 was good because I bought a lot of games. Still ain't defeat some of them. I defeat more this year than I would have in 2017. Now, but if I want to talk about gaming in a whole, this year it was two things that showed me. I mean, it's showing me how gaming is becoming more and more soulless. One. And as Red says, and we be saying for a while, and you've heard me say many times about the whole speak with your wallet. Gamers are literally just taking the pisser and just letting these companies do you wrong. And if you want to let them do you wrong, go right. But to see y'all argue about stuff and think, and yet how should I say this? The goal of why you're playing games is not the main reason you're playing games, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You choose this.
Yep.
You work hard, and all of us here work hard for our money. Good or bad, we work hard for our money. We want to come home, relax, take a little break, whatever. You're gonna take your $60 or $100 or $200 to buy a game, and the core concept of the game is not working. I don't know what to tell you.
I know what to say. You a stupid mother. and look, instead of giving them $200, give it to me. I'll do something with it. I'll take that money and invest it, or put it in a low interest CD account. Something. It's better than giving it to these sons of bitches.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is that. So, like I said, we'll try to keep it because the end of the year cast does get crazy, so we'll try to keep it moving. With that said, Brett, you just came back on, so I know you and only a couple of us do this, so I'll ask you this question. Because I'm gonna go in category itself. What was your indie / because you do PC, you're a few of us here do PC, indie / P, or you could do both. You could do, if you have one for each, indie / PC game of the year. What do you think that stand out that you could tell people, hey, this is a game that I enjoyed out?
That's tough. My indie game of the year, I'm gonna have to go with, just on my own personal.
Yeah, your own stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. What's
thing. The indie game that basically kind of grabbed me and made me go, wow, this is better than I thought, is an old game, but not really that old. Celeste. That platformer that people were like I thought people were overhyping it. And when you first start playing it, you don't really. It's like, this isn't that deep. But then you get further into it and unlock more abilities, and you're like, damn, this is deeper than I thought. Which, I mean, a really good platformer. Consider it game of the year? Well, indie game, yeah. It could have been Dead Cells, but the problem with Dead Cells is that once you beat it, once you make your way through the gauntlet that is that game and beat the quote-unquote final boss, it's like, unless you want to do speed runs or time trials, there's nothing else going on.
I got you. But if the venture to get there is pretty good, because I've seen a lot of people. I've not played the game, but I've seen a lot of people really go all out to say this is a fun game. So
yeah, I'm not saying it's not a fun game. Just for me, it's when you have a game that's that difficult, the end result needs to be satisfying. Yeah, like Celeste has some very difficult platforming, but the end result is very cathartic. That was totally worth it. What?
Someone is outside because I'm hearing some background noises.
Yeah, it's very cathartic. And Dead Cells doesn't have that. It's like once you beat the game, you're like, what? You unlock a new ability that has some really neat potential, but the thing is it really it just opens up very few areas for exploration. So it's like, okay, whatever. And the soul-crushing difficulty of it doesn't really jive with what the end result is. Had Hollow Knight come out this year, I would have said Hollow Knight is better than Dead Cells, just because while it has a similar kind of weird aesthetic, the end result, after you go through all of those trials and tribulations, you get a very kind of wow, that was worth the journey. You got absorbed into the story. Celeste does that. As far as PC games go, there hasn't been a PC game that came out this year where I was like, No, there is one. Sunset Overdrive. And this is kind of tangential. It's astonishingly good, and I'm glad I didn't have to buy an Xbox One to play it. And I only got it for like $17.50 because I got it on sale. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's ever watch a reviewer and they hate a game so much and it's a game you really like and you're like, what game did this person play? It was Zero Punctuation. He made a review of that game, a few years ago when it was on the Xbox, and he was reviewing it. It's like, what game did you play, sir? Sounds like you played an entirely different game.
Yeah, but Yahtzee is like a lot of his reviews are just him hating on shit because that's what he's known for at this point. Like that's what gets views for him.
Yeah,
it's him hating on shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a specific.
I watch Yahtzee for how funny it is, not really necessarily for a full review.
Yeah. He's not a review. He just does it.
It's starting to become stale and outdated.
Well, I mean, he's like Jay Sherman from The Critic. Like, I mean, people watch Jay Sherman because he says, it stinks. This movie is Dennis the Menace to society. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
So, that Yahtzee is just for shits and giggles, not really for a real review. So, okay, so that's you. Okay, Kadoshi, what about you? Indie/PC. If you have both, that'd be cool. What do you got?
I guess my main PC game. It's a game. It's one of those games, next to Breath of the Wild that I kept coming back to. Kept playing for weeks. Was Sunset Overdrive. And I was like, holy crap, this game has character, and I haven't seen this much character from a game that wasn't, a non-Nintendo game for a while. At least when it comes to the whole, higher, like AAA. When it comes to the AAA market. So.
I got you.
Now Kenoshi and I are going to go to the bank and cash our Insomniac checks. sweet Insomniac loot.
Oh man, got you. All right, anything for indie side? I could come up with one, but go ahead.
What?
I said I could come up with one, but go ahead. Let me see if you that's what it is, or you have one for indie.
Well, I played a lot of Owlboy on the Switch. I think when it first
I thought so. That's what I'm gonna say. I see your podcast, and it's the Owler. Oh, okay, all right.
It's funny that I actually like the indie game on the Switch, and it's not what is it? Oh yeah, the Knights of Pen and Paper. It's surprisingly not that, but it was actually the game that I mentioned earlier to Red Fox, Battleship Brigade.
Okay,
that's a fun game.
All right.
I haven't played any PC or indie game this year. I spent all year playing it on my Switch.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean, if you get an indie game on your Switch, then you're playing indie game. It's still an indie game.
Well, there is this one indie game I'm interested in playing on my Switch, which is Bendy and the Ink Machine. But I haven't played it yet.
All right.
And it's top exclusive.
Okay. Well, Andre, what about you?
Me, I think honestly the only one that I've really played this year that came out this year was Maple Story 2, and that's actually pretty decent.
No, we've heard you play that game.
Isn't that a free to play game or?
Yeah, it's a free to play.
Is it?
But it's actually pretty good as far as how the action works in the game, and I haven't had many issues playing it with like lag or anything like that. So their netcode is pretty decent.
Yeah, I remember Maple Story when it came out in high school. People were
you remember the 2D Maple Story, the anime looking one.
Yeah, the new one is in 3D if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's in 3D, and they've added a lot more like social aspects to it that weren't really in it before.
I mean, it's been going a long time.
The story, though, to it is what actually interests me, and the fact that there are so many people that die in this like childlike looking world. It's like it gives me Legend of Zelda vibes because when you think about how Legend of Zelda is, there's a lot of death in the Zelda series that you don't actually see. You see more of it in Maple Story. In Maple Story 2, you actually see a lot more characters die in the story, which is weird, but at the same time, kind of like
Isn't it Korean?
gets the point across.
Isn't it Korean?
I think the development team for it is Korean. Yeah.
Yeah, like Korean anime, which it's not called anime in Korea. It's really weird because they'll have something that looks really cute, and then you'll see like someone get horrifically murdered, and it's
You
like
see so much brutal crap.
this is so cute though. How could you just it's weird.
That's how Maple Story 2 is. It's basically cutesy death.
Yeah.
You mean like
Yep. Okay. That's cool to say. Let me see. SK is there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What about you? PC/indie.
Oh boy. Let's see. I'll probably give it to that racing game. All right. What is it called?
Horizon Chasers Turbo.
Yeah. I'll probably give it to that because I played Dead Cells and stuff. Really good game. I just don't like that that the idea when you die you lose everything and all that crap, man.
I hate that.
That's the only. Huh?
I hate that in games.
Yeah. I don't.
Like,
That's why I
and
hate Dark Souls games.
Yeah, that's my only problem with that game. That would have been the game. But so I'll go with Horizon Chase, whatever it's called, Turbo.
Yeah. Horizon Turbo. What about the PC? Because like I say, I know you're. That's why I say slash.
PC. No, as far as PC, I don't really. That's mostly third-party games and stuff. But
yeah,
this year I haven't. This year I haven't really invested too much into the PC because the Switch had me kind of busy for the most part. So
yeah, I know how that feels.
yeah.
Okay.
So
okay. All right then. That's cool. That's cool. You said so. So, all right. I bought a lot of indie games this year on my Switch. Some was really great. For me, I have played a lot of course, as SK could tell that he's on my friend list. He see that I play a lot of Horizon as well. Horizon Chasers Turbo. So, but I mean, if I have to say something that I enjoyed, other than that game, is an indie game, it would have to be Icy. Something I didn't see coming towards the Switch, and then it came to it. And I do like hack and slash games, and that came out of nowhere for me. And Icy is a really good game. It's kind of like I already got a review of the game on my channel, so you can go check it out if you want. But it's also like, how can I say? It's also the whole thing about it's kind of like Deadpool in a way because it's fourth wall breaking and basically the game. The synopsis simply is: are you playing the game or the game playing you? That's what I like about the game. But it's basically Bayonetta in 2D forms. You got a quick time, not quick. When I mean quick time, not like quick time events. Like you gotta avoid at the last second, do some crazy stunts and do some crazy combos and stuff. I love that game. So Icy will be that. I would say I would join. Like SK says, I have not really I've not really done a lot of games from the PC side this year because I've been caught up, and also I'm building a new rig for myself. So I'll wait till next year to see what's going on with that. There's some games I do want to get for PC, but I didn't. I was like, I don't want to upgrade my PC, so I said, let me just wait until that happens. So with that said, let's go to the next, the quick next topic right here. I'm going to go good, bad, bad, good. So let me go with Drew Ryder. What was the most disappointing game of the year that you see that you're like, had potential and just didn't?
if anything, it'd probably be either an EA game or a Bethesda game. Though I say this time, give it to Bethesda
A game?
with their Fallout.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
See, that's too easy.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was trying to.
Let me
I was
rephrase
going to say,
it.
give it to EA.
Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase the question. A game that you personally was going to buy, or that was on your radar, or whatever. You say, and it didn't fall out to, and it didn't go to what it is. I doubt you were going to buy a Bethesda game, Jules. So let's take that out. Let's take that off the list. Something that you was looking forward to. You were like, whatever. And you're like, you know what? Nah. You know, okay.
I have one.
Wait. I'm going person by person. Hold up. So Jules, ladies first. Go ahead. What? If you that's the question right there again.
That's a tricky one for me, but if anything, I'd go with some. I actually don't have one in a sense, but the closest thing I would think of would be trying to see about buying an RPG and nearly going for it.
RPG Maker or something? I didn't get the game's name.
Yeah, RPG Maker.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was thinking of going for that, but then again, I remembered that I'm actually trying out RPGs of sorts due to the playtester, and it gave me pause to think, am I seriously going to buy this? Because the only other one would be the Quality game that I was thinking about. It's a game where you it's part Monopoly, part card game.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Pewdie Don, what about you now? Pinky Don. Sorry.
Blade Strangers. I was interested in getting the game myself until I watched Source Gaming's review. And how much lack of content it has, as well as how disappointing the story was.
What fighting game have you played lately?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay, and what fighting game before that you played?
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
And before that, it was SNK Heroines.
Okay, that story is not convoluted.
Heroines.
And that story ain't convoluted.
Fighting games are known for convoluted stories.
Was in the arcade mode.
You don't play a fighting game for the story. You play it for the character.
Basically,
you don't play the fighting game story for the story. You play it. You play it for the character interaction.
Basically, there are only two fighting games that I know of that actually have had good story modes, and that's Smash Brothers with Brawl. That had a pretty good story mode. So yeah, Subspace Emissary and Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, even the crappy Mortal Kombat games had a pretty decent story mode back in the day, especially during the 6th gen, 7th gen. Then they brought that back in the 8th and 7th gen with Mortal Kombat 9 and 10. So, but that's the exception to the rule. You know?
Yeah, I'm not knocking down your choice. I mean, you see, look at somebody else or whatever. I'm not knocking down your choice, Pinky, but I'm just saying I would ask the question because, like I said, all the fighting games I've played, and I have Blade Strangers. It was compared to Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Like the story is just there's literally no story in those games. I mostly buy the game just to do fighting.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that. But again, if that's your game, that's cool. I'm not.
And the video review mentioned about the lack of actual interactions with these characters, about referencing their support.
No, they have references depending on which you have.
Yeah,
they have references.
I will agree with that. They could have had more character interactions between the different. I know, but like not as. I mean, like I said, we're kind of spoiled because we have Smash Brothers where like they all interact with each other, and like have like little conversations and stuff.
If you play the game through with Solange, most of the characters are from her story, so they interact. When you play the game through from damn it, what did guys get from Curly
From Cave Story?
and from Cave Story, Curly and
Quote and Curly,
Quote,
yeah.
they react to they interact with anybody in a weird way. Helen is the new character, so she interacts with everybody. Then because even Quote has a different story than the rich than how he's set up. Quote story is different. Gunvolt story is different. They also Shovel Knight, God, sorry, I said Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight has a different story from that. So it's just the interaction between those. Even with the and it was what was it the because in the story he has a girl who's basically the ancestor, the girl who does the fishing is the ancestor to the girl that has the baton. So it has it okay. It has interaction. I'm not saying that it's just not. It's in the story when you play the game and you play the story mode. It has that regard. But again, I'm not knocking down your thing. So that's the game that you think that's the most disappointing. So with that said, I'll go to you, Mr. Fox. What game did you that you thought disappointed? You're like, it didn't work out. No.
This is a pair of games that came out earlier this year.
Okay.
Ni no Kuni 2, disappointing. Just not very, just very, very disappointing. And Dragon Quest 11.
Dragon Quest?
Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 is like how people who got their hands on this game early were hyping it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got it and I played through it and beat the main story. And then there's like an after story where there's like more game. And I'm like, it feels like a chore. Yeah, it feels like a chore, which is sad because typically speaking, when I play a Dragon Quest game, even the after content I enjoy. But this game's after content is just like
too much.
It's not fun. It's not fun. Like this game has some major problems that I think they could have fixed had they not had as many characters in the game, or spent more time fleshing out the characters they had. But it was just some systemic problems that kind of. I think maybe they might need to contract out their Dragon Quest games back to level 5 again.
Okay.
Because the good modern ones were made by like level 5 did the grunt work, and it was headed up by like the main Dragon Quest team, but they did the grunt work. So maybe they might have to go back to that format.
Okay. All right. Kanoshi, what about you?
I would have to say the same thing. Dragon Quest 11. I don't really see myself going back to that game. I don't know. I just didn't hold my attention for very. I've played it a lot, but other games came out and other games that were more interesting. So
okay.
As you can see, our Square Enix check bounced.
All right.
I was trying to say EA as a potential down.
Okay.
Because that was too easy.
What about you, Andre? Has anything popped in your mind?
Not really.
Okay. No. Hey.
I think I had a decent run of stuff this year as far as gaming goes.
All right. Eskimasi, what about you if you're there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What game that like you said, that's to you that you were looking forward to, and then you found out?
Boy, probably nothing because there's a couple that I'm a little disappointed in so far, but I probably haven't dig deep into the game yet to know whether I'm actually gonna like it or not. One of them is actually Hollow Knight, but I don't know if there's action. I mean, from what I've played so far, it just seemed I was expecting some kind of action. I'm not experiencing any action in the game so far. So
it gets better.
That's why I said I'm not gonna. Yeah, so that's why I said I'm not gonna put it on the list right now because it might just be premature for me to do that. So okay. I'll wait on that. Other than that, nothing really.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, okay. For me, it's gonna be Coder Princess EX. That's my game. Like, and as I said before, if anybody who never played a game before wants to play, who never played a game before, it's a good game. Nothing against that. But I played the game a ton of times on the 3DS, and to see that they took two of the main features I like out of the 3DS, and when they put it on the Switch, I was like, ah. Now the stuff they put on, and my point is this: they put some new, they did put some new stuff on the EX version that I did like. But if I have to take a choice and say, do I want the new stuff and exchange it for the old stuff, I will take the old stuff and not the new stuff, because in the old game you could have choose the way you could have choose how to level up your character. You want to do speed, you want to do attack, you want to do defense, you want to do more magic. You choose which way you want to do when you get your level up. And also that your burst meter is unlimited, because there are magic tricks that goes with the burst meter that you could gain. You regain your health. You could do all kind of stuff, but they took that out. They put a number on it in EX, and then in this game you can't choose how to level up your characters in EX. And then, but the good part about it is that all the characters does unlock one shot instead of unlocking it through every storyline like how the old one did. And also, you have to also on everybody level up at the same time, which is cool. But I would like to, if I have like somebody like Ali, and she's a fast speed character, she's not good on strength. I could keep her speed, but I want to level up her strength and her defense and make her, even her out. Or someone like Solange, who is a powerhouse because of that sword, and you could make her fast because she's slow. You could at least make her faster and stuff like that. And just like, I kind of wish they did that, but I bought it. The fault's on me because I bought it. They didn't even, look into it that much. Still a great game for anybody who never played the old game. If you never played the old game, I think a lot of people would still win the game. But if you play the old game like I did, it might disappoint you a little bit because of the transaction between those games. So that would be my disappointment of the year.
Hey, Liger, I do have one. I just remember.
So with that said, let me knock it off.
Hey, Liger.
Let me see. I go with Andre. So if Andre, basically now, what will be your full out of anything? What was your game of the year?
Hey, Lego, you can hear me?
This year was like, oh man, this was the top of the list that I bought.
The stuff I bought.
Okay. Yeah. That's the way you would have to buy it. That's the whole thing. I'm asking you personally.
Well, so, no, yeah. I mean, just like within the context of this year is what I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you bought it this year, I'll give a penny.
Whether or not it came out like the year before.
The year before. It could come out the year before, because sometimes people, I'll give you an example. I didn't get Kirby when it first came out. And I'm not going to lie with you. That game is hard to find. I literally went to 2 stores, and I'm like, no Kirby here. I'm like, wow, they've really that game is gone like crazy now. So you might have to get it. I might have to get it, of course, because it's 2 days left. I got to get it in 2019. So put it if you ain't got it this year or next year, but you bought it this year and you enjoy the hell out of it. What's that game?
The Mega Man X clone 20XX.
20XX. Okay.
Yeah, I just recently got that, so like for me to say that is actually a lot. But the game is actually really good. Having a 2-player Mega Man X game that feels like Mega Man X, even though it's not, is actually pretty nice. So, for me, that's pretty good. Even though it came out last year, but I got to play it this year. So I mean, it's.
Hey, are you guys hearing me?
Is definitely.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because I was trying to say something.
So Andre's 20 what is it again?
20XX.
20XX. All right, that's cool. All right, Kaloshi, what about you? Game of the year for you?
I don't have to say the PC version of Sunset Overdrive. Just haven't been surprised by a game that much. Like I've seen footage of Sunset Overdrive. It looked pretty fun, but I actually got to play it and hear the go through the story and the characters. I thought it was a pretty. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't. There's not a lot of video games these days Not a lot of publishers making video games these days that are just proud of being video games.
It definitely is that.
I mean, Smash is a close second, but I would have to give it Sunset Overdrive.
All right, what about you,
Look, man, you made a good choice.
I played the game, man. I enjoyed when it first came on. I played it.
Let's see, what is my game of the year? It's tough because this has been actually for me a good year for gaming. Even though I haven't been gaming as much because of business and stuff like that. But for me, my game of the year is let's see what Guacamelee 2.
Okay.
Guacamelee 2 is my game of the year, and I'll tell you why. Because basically, it takes what was already established with the original Guacamelee, expands on it, makes it better, and that's what you want in a sequel. You want it to take, like, in a series, you want it to take what's been established and expand on it. Some people might say, well, why not Smash Ultimate? Because, I mean, like, I kind of expect Smash to be Smash. It hasn't really changed all that much. It's great. It's great. They've perfected it. They've gotten it down. But it's like, there's nothing really like, oh my God, blowing me away. It's a solid game. I give it a B+. But Guacamelee 2 was really surprising because it actually acknowledged that your character got older. Like your character, it's been like 5-6 years since your character saved the world in the first game. So like now he's like he stopped exercising. He's kind of fat. He's got a beer belly. So like in the beginning of the game, he's like he's trying to do his wrestling moves, and it's like he's breathing hard and stuff. And I think that's funny that games that are part of a series that acknowledge that time has passed. Like I love that. I think that's an interesting.
That's one of the reasons I love Kid Icarus Uprising. I love its fourth wall humor is pretty funny. Some people find it more.
No, I got you. All right.
So I'm a sucker for that. But
all right. No, all right. What about you, Judy?
Oh well, my game of the year will obviously have to be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, since this is the game I've been waiting for a long time now. Most of my most wanted characters are finally in the roster. There's just PK Rule and a female Pokemon trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
not to mention they bring over 100 new stages.
well, like I said, it's ultimate.
And the spirits collecting spirits is quite addictive. I haven't been this invested. I wasn't as invested in collecting trophies as much in previous games, but with spirits, oh man, I want to collect them all.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you can collect them all.
You're going to be waiting a long time.
I know, right? But hey, man, you got to have goals in life. You have to have goals in life. Yeah. All right, Jewel, what about you?
The topic, I was trying to be sure about it real quick. Which game is my personal
game of the year?
One of 18. That'd be a hard call, but to me, I'd say, in a sense, Bravely second.
Oh, you just got it now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey. All right.
I mean, if anything, I actually got sidetracked mostly in as far as playing the game, and well, I'm just starting into chapter 1 right now. I'm gonna be a while trying to get to the end.
Okay.
Or even the middle.
Hey, if you're enjoying the game and you got it this season, you're enjoying the game. Because like I said, not all of us here has disposable income as each other. So hey, you get what you
Yeah.
get, and you enjoy it.
I try to spend my money wisely because if anything, I try to do it myself.
I got
So
you.
if anything, that's a real task.
No, it is. I
Trying to,
got you.
yeah.
Hey, well, baby, second for Jewel. Master, what about you? What game you would call your game of the year?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, for Smash is too easy. It's too
Okay.
easy because that's gonna probably be my most played, probably on the system period. But so I'll go a little bit different. I will say Eve 8 Lacamosa Donna.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the biggest surprise to me this year, and because of that, I put a lot of time into it. Tried to do every side mission, tried to do everything that the game had to offer, and it was a pleasant surprise for me, and it left a little bit of a lasting effect in my memory. So, because of that, I have to give it to that.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, for me, like I said, this is my podcast anyway. So, but I'll say, I'll go with one. I'll go one quick, and then just like do it kind of like what SK did. So, it would be Smash Ultimate. I mean, me and my sisters been having fun playing the game. It's one of those games where I guess 20 years ago, when I look back at that, I was like, holy crap! I was in high school when this game first came out, and we played this thing like nonstop, and it was crazy, and it's all so to see it come full circle and have fun with my sister, and we played the game. Hell, even surprisingly, even my ex girlfriend who came here one day, we all of us were playing games. So it was just to bring people together, have fun. That it did that. Now a game that I will say that I have played too, and I was surprised, and like SK just said, like to go different. It has to. I will give it not. To, I will give a nod to Ubisoft and say Starlink. Starlink came again. It was just I before even Star Fox was even announced. I remember setting them up in the E3 thing. I said, you know what? I love shooter games like those, and I 3 shooters. That's why I bought Manticore as an indie game this year, and I enjoyed it, beat it. But Starlink was a cool game. It basically from what I could see, it's the biggest world in gaming because you literally can go from world to world seamlessly without no loading and all that stuff. Have fun. I have beaten the game, and again, now's off to Ubisoft that they put before Christmas came, December 21st. They did do a free update to the game. Give you new missions, new not bosses, new missions, new enemies, new way of collecting things. If you want to mine for your electrums, which is the money and everything for that, so that one will be good. And yes, Torna is a good game. I didn't argue that.
So what you're saying is that Starlink fulfills the promise that No Man's Sky made.
I know you
and
never.
Never.
Of course. Jeez.
I had to go.
Speaking of No Man's Sky, there's now people praising that game because of the update.
Well, yeah, but it took about a year and a half to get it to where it's supposed to be. Yeah. I don't do that. It's just like I see people also say now Sea of Thieves is a good game. I don't care. The initial stuff was a certain way, and it didn't work out.
Like so, you wouldn't go to a restaurant and you say, "Hey, I wanted a burger medium rare," and they come out and they serve it, and you look at it, and the burger has been burnt black, and you're like, could you do it later? Like you wouldn't when you had to review that restaurant, you wouldn't say, yeah, it's great. You'd say, no, they got my order wrong when it first came out there. You know? So and that's the like first impressions are important on dates, interviews, and gaming.
Basically. So that
Hey,
that is
just wait, real quick. The reason I didn't pick Tono is because it was more like added content.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, because
why not? You could be better than the game awards. They did it for Witcher.
yeah,
Yeah.
like those
Yeah.
people. Yeah, well, everybody got different standards, I guess.
I'm just saying, Game of the Year was an expansion for them. So hey, just the same. Okay, so basically we got most of this. So the last thing we'll be asking right here, and I will go with I'll go with you, SK. What do you? I mean, I even though you came on your story yesterday, still, I would like your opinion. What do you see for 2019 when it comes to gaming?
Well, for 2019, what do I see? Well, I just see whatever games that I'm interested in, I'm gonna buy. That's just basically it. And you know, the what I'm predicting is the continuation of people just complaining about all kind of little stupid crap. Um, but for the most part, for me, for 2019, yeah, you show me a product and I like it, I'm gonna buy it. It's just as simple as that.
Okay, yep, you can't get any more simple than that. Okay, all right. What about you, Mr. Red Fox? 2019. Anything that you? So, what's you gonna see what happened in game in 2019? Red.
I think he's busy doing something.
All right. What about you, Peter? Since you just.
I expect Nintendo to do the exact thing they've been doing for years now, being Nintendo with their game announcements. But I expect major AAA Western third parties continue floundering
Oh.
while trying to hype up their otherwise usually disappointing AAA titles such as Anthem.
Okay.
And I'm suspecting yet another delay for the Final Fantasy VII remake from Square Enix.
Man, that shit's vaporware.
Yeah, might as well be at this point.
Well, y'all stop. Hey, Guardian came. I forgot the name of it. Whatever it was, the Guardian.
The last Guardian.
It came out. So hell, it can
Yeah,
happen.
but that was like the last PS3 game. They just moved over to the PS4.
And I suspect Death Stranding to be a huge dumpster fire.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see when that comes out. Boy, oh boy.
What you think it's going to be a dog crap in a paper bag left on someone's doorstep?
Well, we'll see.
Lit on fire.
I have low expectations. So if it surprised me, I will be the first to tell you it surprised me. But my expectation is very, 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 very low.
Is failure.
No. I don't believe it's gonna fail. I just believe a lot of people will be, what the fuck is this thing? What?
Yeah.
And they'll sell off of the name itself, but people will be just puzzled to be like, why did I bought this game?
I don't
even know what this game is about.
I think Death Stranding is going to be the game that's going to make those the cult of Kojima people who were like, yeah. Everyone was like, yeah, Konami, you were wrong. You're wrong for getting rid of Kojima. You're wrong. And then Death Stranding is going to come out and they're going to be like, you know what? Maybe they had a reason to fire his crazy ass.
And finally, one thing to expect from 2019 is various articles and YouTube videos looking back at 5 years regarding the whole Gamergate fiasco.
Oh, they're gonna keep on going no matter what. So that's nothing new with that.
That will never end.
Yep. Yeah. What about you? You were out for a second, Red Fox. I just asked, what is your opinions of 2019?
Well, I'll just go by the big three, and then I'll just do a blanket statement for the third party.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nintendo is going to ride off of what they're talking about. The stuff they put out this year to the end of their fiscal year. Yoshi and all that fun stuff. At E3, they're going to show Metroid Prime 4, which is just going to, it's probably going to blow people away probably. Mm-hmm. And let's see. Microsoft, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there. Maybe they'll tease their new hardware coming up. Maybe, I don't know. Like, here's the thing: it doesn't matter what they show hardware wise if they don't have games to go with it. Sony's not going to be there, so they already said so.
They're going to announce their PS5 now.
Yeah, but they're probably not even gonna announce it for 2019. They're probably gonna do their own thing in the fall. As far as third parties go, Anthem's gonna come out. It's gonna fail probably. BioWare is probably gonna get even more decimated by EA, and you probably will not see another Dragon Age or Mass Effect game from them. It's gonna be the fate of every other studio that winds up getting eaten by EA. Blizzard is gonna continue to be decimated by Activision. Ubisoft, if Ubisoft has pulled themselves out of the fire of being eaten by Vivendi, so if they continue to keep themselves together, we might see another trailer, maybe a little bit of gameplay of Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is actually a prequel, which is kind of weird. At E3.
Yeah, I'm hearing some stuff about that game, man.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 instead of just doing what Capcom did when they made sequels to Resident Evil, just call it Beyond Good and Evil 0.
I'm just like, I'm tired of prequels in video games because it's like we were left on a cliffhanger with Beyond Good and Evil. Like, poor Jade is still stuck in that thing being fried by strange energy, and no one's gonna actually find out a way to what happened after that. Like poor Mega Man, Rockman Volnut is still stuck on the moon. We're not, according to those stories. And
the damn planet.
Indies are still going to continue to basically put out some quality games, which is great. It's basically 2019 is going to be like 2018, although the big games that come out will be different. Like, instead of Smash Brothers Ultimate, the big game for Nintendo next year will probably be Metroid Prime 4. Or something else, but I'm guessing it'll probably be Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to be much of a difference. I really don't think.
All right. What about you, Andre? What do you think with 2019?
Well, I did have one thing I was thinking about doing. Yeah, I can do it. I'm going to declare it now. Because Namco Bandai decided to be buttholes about it instead of just saying that they were going to do it, the Tekken 7 is going to end up on the Switch.
The what?
Tekken 7 is going to be on the Switch.
Really?
If that happens,
the same pattern that's happened with the same pattern that they had with Dragon Ball FighterZ is literally the same thing they did. They told people to say that they wanted it, and they got a crowd reaction out of everybody, and then they decided to drop the game.
Yeah, but why do we have to beg for games? Like, why can't they
just... I know it's the thing to get attention on the game.
The Switch sold faster than the PS4 in its first couple of years. Why are we begging for games?
Like, why do we have to beg for games? Why do we have to? I mean, I hate to say this, but they're making us beg like a man begging his wife. I mean, like, I don't like. Why do I have to beg for a game? It's like, look, listen, okay. Like, it's like my customers Like New Year's Eve is a big day for me. Okay, I'm not gonna be there. Got people handling that, but that's a big day. A lot of people gonna be drinking. Okay, so why would I go and say, hey, if you guys want to drink New Year's Eve, let me know. I'll have the bar open. Like that makes no sense. You know, New Year's Eve people are gonna be drinking.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one thing to say about that, man. I ain't begging nobody to give them my money, man. You want me to spend the money on your product? Place the product to me.
But they all do that. It's not just Namco Bandai. They're always like, if you want it on the Nintendo console, let us know. Man, look, fuck you.
All right. Anything else, Andre? I think he got busy. What about you then, Jewel?
My predictions for 2019?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm seeing that Sony might want to be one to get their rear ends out of their, get their heads out of their rear end with their censorship, or well, I could see their system sinking as well as any other future systems.
Well, I don't think. I don't know about.
No, hell no, not from Sony.
No. See, the thing is that Sony got arrogant, and the thing about Sony is that when they get arrogant, they just kind of like they.
Considering that I was going to say they have Japan backing them, and they're still doing this BS.
No, that's the thing. They lost Japan. They haven't. Sony has
the Nintendo Switch has outsold PS4s in Japan.
Yeah, like basically, Sony hasn't owned Japan since the PS2. Really.
I know, but the thing is, I was remembering that Sony is basically been supported by Japan, and yet they're doing this.
Well, I mean, Sony does have loans. Like the company does have loans with the Bank of Japan. So, I mean, they kind of have to. Like, if Sony goes down, they're not going to get their money back. But it's not really like a. You know.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, with Microsoft, I'm hoping that they do come back. Though, I'm not sure if their first parties are going to be living along. I'm trying to be nice about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll leave that. Okay, so
and of course, Nintendo is going to be smashed all left and right, just for simple things that are non-controversial, and a few things that are highly controversial. That's my guesses for the big three.
Okay. What about you, Kenoshi?
And Microsoft can release another Forza game.
It's going to go bankrupt. Sony's going to close their doors. And,
what is wrong with you? What is wrong with
Microsoft's going to officially announce that they're no longer a console manufacturer, but a service.
Okay.
That's 2019.
Hey, you might be close to as anything else since the way you're talking.
I mean, what the heck? So Sony, Sony is not showing up at E3 next year, and everybody's like, well, they don't really have anything, so whatever.
Well, they don't.
Well, they don't. I mean, here's what people don't seem to understand. The games that everyone's like, Sony knocked it out the park. They were games that were supposed to come out last year.
Or worse off, during the PS3 era.
Or the year before.
Yep.
Like Marvel's Spider-Man was supposed to come out last year. And it just skipped an entire year. The God of War game, what was that other game? Detroit Becoming Human. That game was that tech demo. Remember that tech demo where they showed that woman that was like a robot, and she's like, "Please don't." That was that tech demo. They used that tech demo to create Detroit Become Human. That game was supposed to be a fucking launch game for the PS4. So I mean, like, And I don't know how much Dennis Dyack and his team spent making that game, but I'm pretty sure they didn't make their money back with sales. So
but the PlayStation Classic is just proof in how the PlayStation necessarily wasn't as great as people remember it. Because Sony doesn't. All those games that people love on the PlayStation, why they believe PlayStation were third-party games, and Sony does not own any of those licenses.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. The PlayStation was a great console for third-party games, but here's what I will say: the competition to the PlayStation, the Sega Saturn, and the N64 have more iconic libraries. Okay. Yep. The PlayStation had some good games, but the thing is like, okay, the PlayStation had like over 2,000 releases on that system. I think there's still some PlayStation games in the homebrew community still being made for that thing. The 2,000 official releases, like only about 150, 200 of those games were like must-haves for the PlayStation. Like, I'm being very charitable with that number. It's probably less than that for most gamers. Whereas, the N64 had 221 games released for it, but of that 221, maybe half of that are not half, like a quarter of that are games, like 50 games where you're like, okay, boom, Nintendo did a N64 Classic. There'd be people saying, even if they had 30 games on there, there'd still be people saying, well, what about this game? Because like the library was strong enough. The same thing if they did a Saturn mini or whatever Sega did. Like they're games that are iconic. Those Daytona games on the Saturn, Virtua Fighter.
I get Bassman again. You Bassman. Okay. I'll do a round robin quick on this one because I should have added it to it and I didn't. Okay, so because I'm gonna put it in my answer, but for that regard, what game are you looking for 2019? Red Fox.
Two games. First of all, I mentioned it in my thing. I really want to see what Nintendo's doing with Metroid Prime 4. But get Nintendo out the way because, a lot of us are Nintendo fans, so I'm just going to not talk about them for a while. I'm actually looking forward to the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Mm-hmm. I pre-ordered that on PC, and I'm looking forward to that game.
I need you to put that down.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That is cool.
Yes,
I am cautiously optimistic for Doom Eternal next year.
Okay,
you're optimistic about a Bethesda game.
It's not made by Bethesda. So different story.
I'm being facetious. It's software is making the game, and Bethesda's just publishing it. But
yep. That's what it is. Okay, so what about you, Jewel?
For me, I'm curious of what Town's going to turn into, which is a game-free game. That's a work in progress, but still. Okay. I'm just curious of how that's going to turn out.
Okay. Eskimo, what game do you see you're looking forward to next year?
Well, I got about 4, so... let's see. Well, I want to see what the Luigi Mansion 3. I want to see what that is going to turn out to be.
Okay.
I also want to see what the Animal Crossing is going to be. See if that can draw me into the series. And the Met game, Demon X Machina, whatever it's called.
Yep.
That have my interest. I would like to see more about that. And obviously, well, I'm not sure about if Metroid Prime is going to be announced next year, so I'm just going to leave a question asterisk on that one. But hopefully they show something about Bayonetta 3. And that would draw most of my interest.
Yep. Okay. Well, there you go, Coach. What about you then?
I'm not really looking forward to anything because I have too many games to play already.
Hey, hold up. They said something about the new Pokemon, the core game coming next year.
Yeah, there's the
Well,
upcoming
I'm surprised no one is interested in seeing what that is gonna be.
There's very little there's very little detail of what we know about yet.
Well, yeah, but I just said what game you're looking forward to. You got no detail. Just
okay.
Yeah. Well, I am excited to see. I'm excited to see. Obviously Metroid Prime 4. To see what they. I want to see the salt. I want to see the tears.
Okay, oh Jesus! You just stop trolling. Stop trolling.
Yeah, they're going to be disappointed in the art style. They're going to be disappointed in this and that and the third. So
they always disappointed. They're already disappointed. Okay.
And they're not going to buy it either. It'll sell like 1 million.
I got you. All right. So since everybody's there, so basically, I'm gonna put mine pulled together. There's had to do something. So 2019. If I'm looking at 2019 and I'm seeing the trend, just like Red Fox, the trend's gonna be the same as 18. I think out of EA, I think the Western developers are gonna take a real big hit. EA and Bethesda, one of those two is gonna something's gonna happen that they'll be like, oh crap, we really was effing up, and we gotta really straighten out the ship. They might lose. I'm not gonna lose a ton of money, or they'll be like, okay, we can't do this or that. Because I don't think they will shut down, but it's gonna be a super awakening to be like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, Andrew Wilson's ass is done. I'm sorry, Andrew Wilson will not be here next year.
Yeah, so. I see that happening in 2019. Another thing in 2019 is that I'm gonna see that people are gonna try to okay. If you're looking for mainstream titles, it's gonna be, and I'm not talking about Nintendo game because they most of the time they're not the mainstream titles. You're gonna have a drought because if that's what you're looking for, you ain't gonna have nothing to look for itself. You're gonna have your Kingdom Hearts. You're gonna have certain games that's going to stand out. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to be still because PlayStation already said not only that PlayStation is not going to be at E3. They also not going to have a PlayStation experience. So that's just nothing really per se they have up their sleeve on their own banner. Xbox, we already know they don't really got nothing. I just hope that all the all the studios that they bought up, only now they're doing it, which is weird. But all these studios they bought up, I hope they do something with the studios and not do a Rareware. That's the best hope I could come up with. Sorry, but that's what I'm hoping for. Do I think I think we're gonna see a couple studios close next year as well because they can't keep up with some of the the negativity of things, because like even on the EA side, EA is gonna close the studio next year. They're gonna close the studio next year.
They're gonna close.
If it ain't DICE or BioWare, whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say. I bet you it's BioWare.
BioWare's gone. They didn't make it. DICE is gone. They didn't make it.
They're gonna close the studio because they're on the thread with a lot of stuff from since 2015. 16, they're on the thread, and some people have been. Some people have been waking up, but we'll see how that goes out with that game.
Waking up inside.
So Anthem better sell like 150 million copies.
I ain't gonna do that. It's not gonna do that.
It's a new IP, and no matter how much people keep on hyping it up, my gut feeling is telling me people are gonna get this game and play it for about a week and realize it's not what BioWare. It's not up to what people expect from BioWare.
It's gonna sell 10 million, and EA will declare failure.
No, it's probably not even gonna sell 10 million. The reason I'm having gut feelings where I'm thinking I don't think this is gonna be right.
Stop.
Is just because like every time I hear about this game, like I hear BioWare people saying, yeah, it's refreshing not to have to worry about a story. Now this is BioWare.
No.
They've been making RPGs for years. Isn't it
That's
weird that an
excellent.
RPG development house would be like, yeah, we don't have to worry about a story in this game, but that's what
Really?
you make are stories. What?
Uh,
It's
Yeah,
like
and
a pizza company saying, "Oh, I'm so glad we don't have to make pizza anymore. We're making burgers now, everybody."
No, it would be like someone saying you go to a pizza place and they're like, "Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have to worry about putting toppings on this pizza anymore." It's like, but that's one of the core parts of
That's
a
the
pizza.
point of the
is
pizza.
toppings. I mean, cheese and sauce is nice, but I mean, sausage,
I mean, hey,
pepperoni.
but if we could just give you the bread,
No, you don't get any toppings. No
we can give
cheese.
you the dough and some sauce.
No cheese, no sauce, just bread. It's like, okay. So I mean, I think Anthem's going to come out, and I think it'll probably sell maybe 2-3 million. But like EA put a lot of money into making this game, so
They're not gonna make their money back.
they're not gonna. It'll probably either barely break even, and BioWare is basically going to get either going to get shuttered or they're going to get even cut down even more. Or it's going to be DICE that's going to take the hit, or they might that studio by those guys who left EA because they were getting screwed over by EA, and then they went to Activision, and they went back to EA. That studio is going to be closed, the Titanfall studio.
Are you talking Radiant Dawn?
Yeah, they're going to get shit. Yeah, because like it's like EA went out of their way to basically sabotage that studio as soon as they came into existence.
I got you. So, okay, so we got that. So for me, so like I said, that's gonna be my prediction. I have one more prediction to add to it, but to say a game that I'm looking forward to, as big as a Metroid fan I am, I'm cool on that. The game comes out, it comes out. We'll see what it is. Like I said, I know who's the head producer, which is Christy Konami, so I'm cool with that. So I gotta worry about that. I am looking to Tales of Vesperia as the Red Fox have. I've pre-ordered again for my Switch, so I want that. I'm looking forward to that game. And DS Machina. I mean, there are a lot of games coming out. Fire Emblem, DS Machina, a lot of games coming out. But that's gonna hold my interest in games for 2019. And again, like I said before, and like SK, like I'm gonna make my choices with my money, so I'll buy what I like. I mean, hopefully I don't get a disappointment in there. So, but if I had to say that stands out, like I said, I do want a Fire Emblem game. I do want to see what they do with that game and see how it is. And Andre, yes, I forgot before I do this last piece. Andre, what about you? What is the game that you're looking forward with 2019? Sorry.
Game I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I don't like singling in on a couple, but I mean, obviously I'm looking forward to stuff like Fire Emblem coming out and Demon X Machina. That looks so damn awesome to me.
Yeah.
Prime 4, I'd be looking forward to. Oddly enough, I feel like Prime 4 is going to come with an announcement for like a Super Metroid remake. I don't know why I get that feeling, but I get that feeling.
Okay.
And I would be shocked if it actually happened.
All right.
We'll probably and I hope it does happen because I want to see Super Metroid get the Metroid 2 treatment.
Yeah, I would too.
Samus Returns treatment, and that would be so awesome.
Yes, it would.
But those are the ones I'm most looking forward to: is Fire Emblem and Demon X Machina.
Okay.
Like those are the two that Demon X Machina, because it stood out to me as like what Gundam games should have been. And Fire Emblem because I myself want to get back into the series anyway. So
okay, all right. So that's good. All right. Now before I've seen a lot of people's No More Heroes. It's yours, Grim. What's going on? Yeah. Hey, That's cool.
You mean Travis Strikes Back, No
Travis-
More Heroes?
Yeah, Travis Strikes Back's coming out in January.
Strikes Again.
Yeah, the collection game, but we'll see when it comes out because as I said before in the past, everybody's gonna be disappointed. This is not the game they think they're looking forward for, but what am I to say anything? We will see.
Yeah,
We'll
if it sells well enough, that he might make a No More Heroes 3. Like, there's so many games that deserve sequels, like True Okami 2, Beautiful Joe 3, No More Heroes 3.
Beautiful Joe 3 has not come out.
Mega Man Legends 3, which almost happened until it got canned.
Although, I mean, with the art style wise, you could say that it seems that the No More, that Beautiful Joe and Wonderful 101 takes place in the same universe.
They could. Honestly, they literally could take place in the same universe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We need help. Someone go help. Go, baby.
Even though we know they. Ooh. That's another prediction I wish I would have made, and that's Project Cross Zone 3 happening.
Oh, well.
I have a feeling that'll happen.
I would love for that to happen.
I would love that to happen too.
Or another Endless Frontier. Come on, man. Another RPG set in that universe.
Well, basically, just you ain't gotta do that much. Just turn Endless Frontier 2 into English translation. Just bring that over.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Translate it because it needs to. It needs to.
Translate it, bring it over.
Yeah.
I need more Haken Brown.
They need to do
Yes.
it for Endless. They need to do it for Endless Frontier and Namco Cross Capcom. They need to translate both of those and just bring them over here.
That would be and Capcom, that would be helpful. That would be a good collection there. That would be a good collection. You'll bring over.
Isn't that on Namco Bandai though? Because they were the ones.
The reason I say Capcom on that because in Namco Cross Capcom was the first one. So
yeah,
and then they made a sequel.
They were half and half, and that set up how that worked out, and then everything else became Namco, and then Nintendo got involved because Nintendo did the last game. So it's just. It's convoluted, but I'm just going by what you just said right there. Namco owns the second Endless Frontier, so Red will be that's Namco, and Capcom will be the one for be helpful in the Capcom versus Capcom X Namco. So I mean, great games, all of these translation, and it will be good to bring over. So yeah, can't argue with that. I will be happy with that. So that'll be cool. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, before I round this up and call it what it is. Oh, Santiago 367 Bully 2. Well, that's old as hell. Look,
Santiago, I agree with you though, bro. I feel you. Like, you don't even give Nintendo Grand Theft Auto. Just make the Bully series exclusive to Nintendo and make more of them.
Exactly. Just do Bully 2. You could even have the same protagonist, except now he's in college.
Yeah.
And,
there you go. Yeah. You're right.
You can either have him be like have the same protagonist and put him in college, or make it twisted and make it push it further down and make him a teacher at Bulwark and give you a new.
Actually,
that'd be too much.
Actually, I had an idea.
Make him replace the gym teacher.
Actually, I had an idea for Bully 2, where Jimmy Hopkins is an adult, but he's a disbarred lawyer, and like now he's got to go back and save Bulworth Academy, and like now he's the headmaster. So like you have like dual gameplay where as the head, like you've got to do like normal stuff, but then you've got these kids that you send out to sabotage the other school's stuff. Kind of like
that makes it more like that makes it kind of like more like a strategy game too, though.
Well, I mean, Bully always did kind of have this weird type of dichotomy thing going on. Because I mean, I think Bully kind of could be more intimate than traditional GTA's because. Like GTA is so big and there's so much stuff going on. Whereas Bully, you just have this little town, the school in the town. Yeah, so I think you could kind of expand that a little bit. Maybe the town, a little bit of the suburbs of the town, and then the school. And You can do
Make
some
the
really
school
cool
a little
stuff.
bit bigger. Give the school a little bit more room. Say it grew over some time.
Yeah.
How can a bully game taking place in college work though? I mean, bully is pretty much non-existent in college.
Oh yeah, you got
Oh no,
jokes.
that's not
You got
true.
some good jokes, brother. You got some good jokes.
Have you heard of hazing?
Exactly.
Look, man.
What do you think hazing is, and what's it called where they pick on freshmen early on in the year?
Look, bullying goes on throughout your
For
entire
your life.
life.
Exactly.
Like there are people in nursing homes that get bullied. Like they're old people that get bullied. So it never ends. It never ends. Like like when you're young, you think that when you grow up and you get into you're in elementary school. When I get into high school, it'll be different. You get into high school and you realize, nope, the shit's here too. Then you get into college, same shit. Then you get into the workforce, you're like, man, no one's gonna fuck with me now. No, it continues throughout your entire life. The only place where you can be safe is when you're in your home and you live alone. But then some people are in bad domestic relationships where the person you live with bullies you. So, I mean, it never ends. It never, ever
does. Yes, he's correct. He is correct. So, yep. So, I mean, and then you have a lot of people saying, okay, all right, middleman. No, you're just listing off all kind of daggone games. So I'll leave it at that. So, with that said, if you guys will let me indulge for one more before we end this podcast. So, my most disappointing thing, that I'm going to look for 2019 is also the gamers are going to get stupider and stupider still.
Is that even possible?
Yes, it's possible. Yes,
didn't they reach possible. Didn't they reach peak full retard?
No.
You can never reach peak.
Look, these are the same people who bought Fallout 76 and were surprised that it was a broken, buggy piece of
I'm going to go with this. Now, I'll put a caveat. On this. Just a small, teeny caveat. I have never attacked a person. If you enjoy the game, buy a game, broken or bad or whatever it is, but you enjoyed it and you're not out there saying that, I don't want broken games and you know that kind of stuff. That's you. I go flat for you. I have nothing against you. You enjoy it because you spend your money. You do what it is. So I've seen people say they love Fallout 76. I've seen people say other games that were bad and they enjoyed it, that were broken. No problem. That's you. You're not out there making a big. You're not on the internet doing that. Now we have YouTubers who say a lot of different. Bigger YouTubers who say a lot of bull crap. Angry Joe, Dreamcast guy.
Oh. I'm not going to buy the next Call of Duty game. Gets it the very next day.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm not going to buy a PlayStation. I'm not going to buy a PlayStation Classic, which review, but bought a PlayStation Classic.
Still bought it.
Yeah. So.
But I got a report on it.
I'm not gonna. And of course, a couple other people. I'm not. Soldier Boy gaming console bought it too. So.
Oh no! I got a better one for the Soldier Boy gaming console. Let me give you that one. Oh man, Nintendo, stop taking down all the ROM sites. Oh Nintendo, sue Soldier Boy. He's using your games.
It makes no difference. I got you said, Andre. So caveat.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, caveat to that. Okay, so my point is that, and I agree with you. Yeah, new Mad World game, Grim shoot as well too. That would be cool. So caveat to that, just so I set it up front. Okay, so if you enjoy the game, I'm not coming out on you. But I do say gamers are gonna come. It's gonna get stupid and stupid. Why? I can list off games. Why? Atlas, Fallout 77, of course, Street Fighter 5.
76.
They let it go, but I have to say this is my list. If I don't think I'll do a video tomorrow because I'll be doing so much stuff. If I don't. My last LBC for 2018. So yes, so as Melvin and everybody say yes. Make sure for 2019 go out there, find that rare material to make your helmets because boy. You get a Nintendo or aluminium or whatever you need. Because
make sure to get a lot of alcohol if you're in there.
Here's my suggestion. Get a bunch of old Nokia phones and old Game Boys, melt them bitches down, and make your helmet.
Yes, do that because the reason I say that because the game that keeps on giving and it was surprising to me is basically Fallout 76. When it was announced and people cheered, and I said the first word I said I was online, I said this is not going to be great. And then they said you would never see a server. You see servers all the time now because the game is just not that great. But everybody is acid flip. I got nothing against acid flips if it's done in the right way, so I don't care about that. That's the difference between me. But the LBC basically comes with all that stuff. Game comes out, 42 gigs, then 56 gigs to get the game. Then a 42 gig again, first patch. Then the second patch is up to close to 300 gigs now for the damn game, and it's still broken and still has glitching problems and all and stuff like that. One, before the game release, for Todd Howard and them to come on and tell the gamers, as we cracked jokes in Red Fox and let's crack jokes last time, that you buy the game and tell us what we need to fix about the game is ridiculous. I can't believe they had the balls to say that, but they did, and people didn't give a damn about it. You got to play the beta. The beta was still broken. Y'all still played, bought it, went out there. You let
the beta test our game.
Yeah, you let YouTubers influence you the most messed up ways because they got the good. One half of them are paid off shields. Half of them also get the Bethesda ain't stupid. Example, Linus Tech, how he went and did about system builders, and he went anonymous, so they don't send him the good to say, oh, I'm Linus Tech, and they send him the good shit. They send him regular stuff like a regular person. You find out, wow, that was effed up, and that's what you find out the true stuff like that. So the influencers like your Angry Joe and all those guys, they're getting paid to fly off to play the game, and they get the good shit. So don't worry about that crap.
Yeah, I watched that Linus Tech Tips. I watched that series. I was like, man, customer service is just getting worse.
You talking about the $1,500 PC series he was doing?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, customer service sucks.
Yep.
Damn.
But he's one of the few people that actually does some good shit.
Yep. So I'm just saying you have that. So then the game came out. It's not a surprise. It's a broken garbage. Okay, not surprised. It's a broken game. Then if you nuke if you use nuke code in certain areas, you use one of the hardest things in the game to get. Well, not hardest. One of your goals in the game is to get the nuke code, codes to launch. Well, they don't. If you have the nuke codes, they don't change them like they're supposed to. So that's lazy as hell. And if you use 3 nukes in the same area, you'll crash your servers. So you SOL. There's no games in there. In most times it's a wasteland, nobody to interact with. And again, in some cases that might be good for some people who play that game, but that's not what I told you when the game came out. Dynamic weather. Okay, these are rain falling backwards. Boy, I'm telling you, that is the definition of dynamic weather. When you see rain coming out the ground and falling to the clouds, like, wow, okay, all right, this is dynamic. I've never seen this crap. That's
dynamic. That's the new form of evaporation. Instead of it becoming a gas, it just floats up.
Exactly. I've never seen that. I've never seen that the game is that. And shout out to Terrell 83 in the thing. I'm talking about the game itself, but he was saying talking about like Todd Howard making jokes about our game got glitches, blah blah blah. Yes, but that's him making that joke. My part was that. So you have dynamic weather, as he said. Then people spend $200 to buy the big pack with the helmet and the canvas bag and all this stuff. You got a nylon bag, which the canvas bag costs just $2 or $3 to make. Then, if you want your nylon, your canvas bag, you have to give your order, which had all your information, back to Bethesda. And then what the Bethesda did, they leaked out all your information so you can get online hacking.
Here's something you can add. Here's something you can.
I got a long list to go. This is a rant.
I don't think you have this. The rum that they sold people.
Oh, I'm getting there. That's the ending. That's
okay.
The end. I'm going through catalog. I'm going through a catalog.
He's going through the list of fuck up.
I'm going from origin to end. I'm going through that right there. That's what I'm going through. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Continue, sir.
So basically you give Bethesda information, and even their website is buggy because your dev information is out there so people can steal your credit card, which you are, to me, I said you are an idiot for that in the first place. A bag ain't worth that much. And someone can steal $1,000 on your damn credit card and bank anyway.
How much is a canvas bag?
I just said $2 to $3 to make.
About $20.
Well, no, because if you buy in bulk, it's cheaper. It's $2 or $3 to make.
But you know what the hilarious thing is that they were like, oh, we can't, the people who paid for this shit, we can't give you your canvas bag. But some motherfuckers who we want to impress, who are going to help us sell this game, they get the nice shit.
Yes, Red is correct. Red is correct about that. But that's what I said. In Florida has basically got some of these people tricked in that regard, which basically shocked me in that regard. But again, you have Bethesda did so they had the gall to get you to get your home address and your credit. Like I said, everything you need to steal identity, Bethesda gave it to people easy as anything. No ifs, ands about that. Then the game, of course, because the game got bad review, well, not bad reviews, is doing this, whatever. It came to a point which is ironic. I don't know if it's ironic or it's just dumb luck that it came to 70. Right now, you can buy the game for 76% off, even though it's called Bethesda Fallout 76. So it's just weird how that worked out on that regard. Then you have the part where they was gonna get sued, and they didn't really get sued because they figured out a way to get around it. Then you have this bottle of rum, as Red Fox stated. You have a bottle of rum, which was made by a soda company, which I don't know why would I would ever, but you have this plastic bottle of rum made by a soda company, and you had to pay $80 to get this thing. And even if you take up
just a plastic case with a normal bottle in
inside. And if you're stupid enough, Dreamcast guy, to go put regular rum in drink in there and try to pour it out, it pours out weirdly, which again, I would never have done that in the first place.
They should have just said if they're gonna go that cheap, this isn't something you drink, this is a decoration. They should have just went with that. Just saying, it would have been all right.
Yeah, and again, I'm a rum connoisseur. I could guarantee you that's some cheaply made shit. Ain't no way.
Yeah, the people who were talking about it said it is some cheap it's some cheap bullshit ass rum.
A mixologist and a rum expert saying this, that means there's a problem with that drink.
Yeah, it's
that means
it's pretty shitty.
Yep. Well, then you have I'm not even finished. I am not even finished.
But they're charging people $80 for it.
Yeah, $80. I could get you some good shit for $7 for my own country. Okay, I'm talking about top of the line good shit. Oh, I got it. No, I'm talking about Cruzan rum, some aged and everything.
And I'm not even talking about that. I don't mean like someone who's got the hookup like liger here. I mean like just if you went to a normal liquor store and you said, I have $80 to spend on a bottle of rum.
You get a couple of bottles for that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, you said, I have an $80 budget for the top shelf rum that you have. I guarantee you would get some good shit. I'm talking rum that you drink it, and like if you mix it with something, you're not even going to feel, you ain't driving after you drink some of that because it's going to go down smooth.
Yeah, you gotta drink it. You gotta drink it at home. You got to either
Look,
drink
I
it.
can guarantee you that rum. You take a sip of it, your ass gonna be twisted.
Yeah,
You have to,
but
you either,
my
That's
point
the
is this:
party.
Bethesda basically screwed people over left, right, and center.
Oh no! Again, like I said,
Not just left, right, and center. It was left, right, center, top, below, down angle, right and left, up angle, left and right.
Like I said,
You
you gotta let me finish. You got that. Then you got Bethesda sending out letters saying that our reviews are not tanked because of YouTubers making. I mean, the regular YouTubers like maybe I didn't make no video because I didn't care. But people who did argue all that stuff, like who argued said this is a crappy game or blah blah blah, they blame them onto that. Then simple stuff that should be in the PC port, like widescreen and everything, they didn't put on, and they said they couldn't do it, and then Armada did it in that regard in just a couple of days and fixed some of the error, which most is everybody knows.
Hold on, Armada was able to fix the HUD system when if I remember right, it was
Armada fixed everything for Bethesda's games. Okay, let's make it short. If they're gonna fix the games, but then if you do anything to the game, Bethesda say that you're cheating and they ban you. And if they do ban you, if you want to go back and play the game, you gotta write an essay to Bethesda saying why cheating is banned.
Oh God!
I mean, let me put this way. Again. I'm going back to school to get my finish up my master's. I have enough fucking homework to do, much less doing homework to play a damn video game, something I do for leisure anyway.
You're 100% correct on that, Grim. Look, I got that is my point is just all that is all in a bundle, and it was funny to listen to some videos where people went through all that list, and then the rum was the final straw, or because you had to write a letter to Bethesda's final straw. Are you kidding me? And the game is still broken. Now, the thing that killed me about this, and that's why I said the game is going to be, as you said, Konoshi, you're going to get that desperate or get that lower than that. When the next Fallout comes out, or the next Skyrim comes out, people are going to be creaming their pants and jizzing all over the place. Oh my God, look at the graphics. They're going to be doing it again. Yeah. Okay? That's why I said it could get that stupid.
Nobody's going to remember all of this. No, people are going to forget this. Like, once that next Fallout game is shown to them, people are going to forget this.
Or Skyrim, because that also was broken. So, yeah.
You guys have memories of a goldfish.
But,
I mean, that's why I told
you. There is a silver lining. There is a silver lining to it, though. If you do want a good Fallout game, there is one coming out.
Yes, on the way out. I mean, Outer World by Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yes, that does look like it's going to be a good Fallout game.
And they're putting character into the game. That's what it looks like. They're putting character into the game and making it fun. So we'll see how that works out. But again, because Obsidian is the only one that. I mean, it's bad enough that they made Fallout Vegas and they made it within a year and on a messed up budget. The only thing I would give to Obsidian's developers and stuff, who is the person who signed that dumbass deal about Metacritic? You need to get slapped. That was a dumb deal.
I think what happened to them is basically like Obsidian is kind of like an indie. Well, kind of at the time they were an indie developer, and they were like, we got to take what we can get. And I think a part of it was a passion project because they were. I mean, Obsidian at that time had a lot of Interplay employees. These people basically made Fallout initially, so they were like, we're coming back home. We're going to try and make the Fallout game we always wanted to make before Interplay went under. So like that kind of worked with them. I mean, I've said this before. Bethesda, when Bethesda bought the Fallout rights, that's when I knew Fallout was pretty much done because Bethesda, like, they don't give a shit about their own games, much less someone else's. So
I got you. I give you that, but my point is that, and I respect the Obsidian people do it, but here's the thing though, and I'll say this because just like Red, you own a business, I own a business. Ain't no other than people who pay me directly, which is customers pay me directly. I ain't trusting no reviews to anybody that could do anything to the damn reviews. That's why I don't trust. and you sign a deal to get your bonus through Metacritic. Woo.
No, no.
Yeah, that was not a smart move.
That is not a smart move, and that's why I'm scared of 2018. And I don't forget all the loot boxes they put into Bethesda games, and Fallout 76. They also have loot boxes too. So that's a literally dumpster fire. Literally. Okay? That is something.
It's a whole lot of burning garbage.
That is, I mean, every one of us here is not, we never bought the game, but it's such a glorious dumpster fire that we on the outside looking out like, ooh, orange, green. Oh, they got a blue in there. That is cool right there. I never saw a fire that got green in it.
Look, we getting Aurora Borealis from that fire.
Yeah. We're just watching the dumpster fire because we're like, wow. And we're just seeing people just walking off the cliff, keep on throwing more stuff in the dumpster fire. And as Grim say, yeah, maybe people sold the rum so they could get drunk and forget about the broken game.
But you can't get drunk off crappy rum. I'm sorry.
They spent $80. I mean, they could have taken $8.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the alcohol content is in that.
They could have taken $8, bought two things of 240 ounces of malt liquor, and drank that down, and would have had a much more fun time.
You know what?
Wait. They're getting rum. You could have gone to the liquor store and got a decent bottle of rum, like I said before, for cheaper than this $80 that was spent on Bethesda's bullcrap.
Look, yeah. I'm not even. Graham, I have to take your joke and flip it. I think if you're drunk off your ass, you play Fallout 76, and it will wake you the fuck up. Like, oh, whoa, okay, I'm back. I'm sober. I'm good.
Yeah, look. Maybe they need to sell Fallout 76 as a cure for hangovers.
Basically, get them into AA. Get them into AA meetings and just say, hey, you just. This is what you're doing. You good?
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll work for people in a coma because the person got up and turned that shit off.
Look, this is what they need to make. No, see, this is what they need to use to rehabilitate prisoners. Like, I'm not going to do anything else wrong. I don't want to play this again.
Please don't make me play it again. Please don't make me play this shit again.
we thought it was bad.
Torture chambers.
Yeah, so actually going to what Konoshi said in 2017, when we saw what happened to Andromeda and also Star Wars Battlefield, and you see what Game Wars are doing and stuff like that, you're like, oh my god, they gotta wake up. But here comes Fallout 76 and said, no.
Well, actually they did, because like normally it takes about 6 to 8 months for Bethesda games to start to reduce in price. Like Fallout
within 2 weeks.
Yep.
Fallout 4 is still ridiculously. Fallout 4 is still like on sale. It's like $25 for the Game of the Year edition. And that's, I mean, for a game that won Game of the Year and has a lot of content, that's still kind of, that's not like, $25 is, depending on where you are, that's like a nice meal at a low tier restaurant. That's 2 movie tickets and maybe a thing of popcorn.
I can't believe I forgot this. Also, the insult that if you buy the game physical, you get a freaking cardboard disc with a damn code on it.
Yeah, that was a bridge too far.
The most legal thing ever done in gaming.
I'm surprised if they were going to do the whole fake disc thing, you'd figure they'd give them something a little nicer than that.
Yeah, but at least they gave you some cardboard so you can sharpen it and slit your wrist.
Remember, kids,
I mean,
it's down the
honestly,
street, not across the
they would
road.
have been, if they were going to do that, they would have been better off just giving you a piece of porcelain. Then you could have actually used it as a coaster afterwards.
But let's not forget those poor people who in years past have bought special editions. I think Ubisoft was guilty of that. They shipped the special edition for like $400, but there was no game in the special edition. All this other swag, but no game and no DLC disc. Like you had to buy the game separately. I'm like, what type of? The only reason you buy a special edition is to get it with the game. You stupid son of a bitch.
So that's how bad. That is just a dumpster fire. I could see anybody who bought a special edition and opened up their cartridge PS4. Oh yeah, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Literally, that thing was a pure, unadulterated cash grab. And I'm gonna get wrong. Sorry. And Andre knows we do this. We crack the jokes like this. So that it was all pure, unadulterated
Garbage.
raping. No raping, because they told you saw all the signs from before you bought it, and you still bought it. So you basically, and Bethesda again. As soon as Bethesda said it, as Red Fox said, that you gotta buy the game to be and Andre buy the game to be a beta tester. You should have like, okay, but you saw Bethesda was already zipping down the pants, ready to go, and you was like, "Is that a dick? No, that ain't a dick. I think that's a dick.
No. I'm like, look, you just relax. Just lean over the couch. Just relax.
No. They ain't only that, because like I said, because basically game comes out and all the problems, and you still let them get away with that, and with all the other crap with the physical disc and everything else, yeah. Then they just bend you over and they went balls deep and say, I'm gonna make you my bitch tonight, because I cannot believe people bought those games. Because again, I saw videos where people like the rum and the you call it and the essay
and
was
the bag.
Final straw. No. I'm talking about because the chronicles.
They make you do homework.
And they do all the chronicles.
First, they give you the cheapest, crappiest liquor they can give you, and then they make you do homework on top of that.
Yeah. It's like why were you cheating? Here's my question. Okay, fine then. I'll tell you what. I will write an essay on why cheating is bad if your fucking developers at Bethesda learn how to fucking bug test their games and fix the code. I tell you what. We'll make a pact. I'll write a fucking thesis on why cheating is bad if you motherfuckers will fix a damn game. How about that?
Yeah, 100% correct. 100% correct. So I am wary that next year we're gonna see gamers gonna do something. Like I said, I swear that I and you guys, y'all just said the same thing with me, so I know you're on the same team as me. When Fallout 6 comes out or Skyrim comes out, people are gonna be just jizzing their pants. It's like, oh my God, Bethesda!
Oh my gosh, Bethesda! Thank you so much, Bethesda.
You know, I think people are going to be a bit more hesitant.
You think?
I hope they are.
Yeah. Because
you know what? Red.
Here's why I say.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's why I say that, because people are going to get angry at me. The reason I say this is because look at EA, okay? Because of what happened with Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, that kind of bled onto Battlefield 5, okay? Mm-hmm. And that game is going dismally right now. The same thing's happening with Activision with Destiny 2, right? Like people are not as enthusiastic about the next bit of content coming out of Bungie because Destiny 2 is not that good of a game. So I mean, like in the monetization practices assigned, associated with that aren't really doing that. Like people, these studios are starting to realize that your reputation matters. And slowly but surely, people are, gamers are like, less and less gamers are, because look at the numbers. Like you're seeing less versions of iterations of the thing selling. Like Battlefield 5 is selling less than Battlefield 1. Like Fallout 76 might hurt Bethesda, because people know Bethesda's games are like they're gonna have to either nut up or man up. And either way, you know, I don't think Bethesda has the skills to pull it off because I mean Bethesda, like I said, Bethesda hasn't fixed a game since Elder Scrolls 2.
Okay. Let's say so again. That this is the NAF podcast what everybody's talking about. To what Red just said, I hope so. But these are humans, and humans do irrational things. And when on my radio show, when I could give LBC of the year to two people who said there's no evil and went into ISIS territory and surprisingly they got killed, then sorry, I'm not shocked by what people will do. I'm not shocked what people will do. I'm sorry. I'm look, Red is one of those. Just like we have this coming back and forth. Like I'm with you, and I hope you're right. I
want to be right too, but you know, look. I'm a pessimist, but every pessimist on the inside, there's an optimist who was disappointed way too many times. So
yes,
you know, pessimistically, you know, I gotta agree. Yeah, they probably aren't. They're probably gonna eat that shit up. It's like this, right? It's like Mike Tyson was put in jail because he had non-consensual sex with a woman. Mm. And, you know, like his defense was like, well, why would that woman go up to his hotel room at 3 o'clock in the morning? Now, I'm just going to keep it real. Woman says no, that means no. Man says no, that means no. But I'm going to tell you right now, if Mike Tyson called me to come into his room at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't go, and I'm a grown-ass man because I'm afraid he'd rape me. Okay. And I'm like, let me reiterate, I'm a grown-ass man, okay? So I know if I was a woman, I'd be like, no, that,
That's a whole
in other
lot.
words, it's gonna be like our favorite, like only I wish Trip was here, but maybe he couldn't make it. Basically, my meme of the year is basically the horse from Ren and Stimpy with me is when he's like, no sir, I don't like it.
Because, no sir, don't like it at all. No sir.
That was from Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? No sir, don't like it. Don't like it at all.
So you know what? We'll see what 2019 have. I think everybody here has listed off the games that they're looking forward to. I think, again, as I always point out, Red has done it on his channel. Andre has pointed it on his channel. Many people else has pointed on the channel that has channels on that's here. You speak with your wallet. If you see something, there's some games I know Red like that I gonna say like that. I don't see I would ever buy, and there's some games I wouldn't buy. I will buy that Red would not buy. But you know what? He spend his money on what he likes. I spend my money on what I like. SK spend his money on what he like. Andre the same. You have your own money, okay? Spend
Each have our own likes.
Yeah, everybody has their own likes. That's why I say my phrases. But everybody has their own likes. Everybody understand every game. Now, all of us are in agreement that we would never bought Fallout 76. So we know a dumpster, again, we know where the dumpster fire is. We cool. We visit it once in a while to just like, interesting.
Just to watch it.
Yeah, you look at it, you're like, they still haven't put that shit out yet.
Exactly. It's just a car wreck. You like, again, hey, Andre, I saw a new color. I saw turquoise. You just gotta see it. Yeah. So we know that. Okay, we all know that. But people, speak with your wallet. If something's good out there, you buy it, no problem. And again, I did my caveat at the beginning of the video, or my little rant we had right here. But still, buy what you like, enjoy what you like, and that's it. But be careful what's going on because we have seen, like I said, the video game industry has become more and more soulless. Street Fighter 5 is going on the route now. Because as one person said, yeah, that's what Akuma wanted to cross his back instead of his demon mark. He wanted to see a pro evolution fighting across his back. That's what a man who created the raging demon, who's a powerful fighter. That's what he wants to cross his back. That's exactly what he wants to tell the world.
I mean, Capcom. I don't. I mean, damn.
We're not gonna go into it.
But you know what's worse with Street Fighter V though is it's a game you have to pay for. So you have to pay for the game to have advertisements in it.
And watch advertisement in it too. Don't forget that part. So
Who the heck?
hey, I don't make it.
I'm like, I will never buy that crap.
Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot of games come, and also here's an example too. The VG Awards showed why it's getting soulless again. So it's getting more and more soulless. Is it gonna crash? They're still making money, but the games are just like blah, just blah.
They're bland.
Yeah, and like I said, 2018, 2016, 17, 16, 15, I had fun. It was great years for me because all the games I bought, I was not disappointed with. I played them, and I would think most of the people here the same way too. So remember, you as a person I listened to yesterday said, and it's true. I pass it on to Sprite. Happiness don't happen. You gotta make yourself happy. That's on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta go out there and make happiness, because luck is luck. But if you want to be happy, sit on your ass and buying game. Now you might be one of those persons who's a sadist and play shitty games like a video game nerd or whatever. That might be your happiness. More power to you. But I know that's not everybody. I know that's not everybody, and trust me, these gaming companies will love you to just buy any trash they put up, because again, I think the people from Atlas learn quickly. People don't like what they just did. You flip the game, I'll be honest too. There's some things that Nintendo did disappointing in 2017, 18, but again, they did what they're supposed to. But one of the things I will say is, and Jim Sterling brought it up, and I was on the side of saying that, but I understand. It's just people. It's still that people is the one who makes the decision, and I wish that their store was a little bit more better managed, because Ark Survival should have never been on the Switch. It should never have been on the Switch.
Nope.
If it barely runs great on PC, I don't even know why you will put it on the daggone Switch.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that game is barely. It's like still in early access, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I told people. I'm like, look, I understand that Nintendo, after the Wii U, they wanted to still the reputation of having, Nintendo restrictions. But sometimes having curated stuff is better than just having a wild, wild west where anything goes. And so, I wouldn't mind having a more curated eShop. I'm sorry, because some shit shouldn't be there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I agree with Red, and Jim certainly brought it up, but I agree with Jim. And like I said, Red just said, I agree with Red too. They should have more better selections and stuff like that, or it should regard it to the price. It is. People see a $2-3 game, you're like, okay, but a $20 game, $30 game like that, no. That was just whatever it is. And again, and of course, Atlas was just basically an asset flip. And we saw, I don't know the name of the studio, I don't know who the team is. We saw a big name studio a big name person with a studio shut down last year, and that's gonna happen to you in 2019, because I think people are pissed off whatever. That was Big Bosky Games, because they had an idea, and then they try to do an asset flip with what was it again? Retro Heights. With 80s, whatever they Radical Heights, and that didn't work out. So for the indie developers out there, I'll say this: please, beta test all your games. If you're gonna, again, I'm not a person against asset flips, but make sure your shit works.
Yeah. Because
the problem is, you guys have way more to worry than a Ubisoft or EA, because most of you guys just have your namesake to live off of. That's it. You don't have the big bank. You don't have the consoles to back you up. Because I can tell you right now, if Yacht Club games came out and Shovel Knight wasn't a great game, they would have been shut down.
Exactly. That would have been their only game.
No, exactly. If the people who made Freedom Planet, the first game was a buggy piece of trash, that would have been their last game.
There's been no Galaxy Trail.
There would have been never your Galaxy Trail. Thank you, Andre. There wouldn't even no Galaxy Trail. If AC Creates made crappy games, there wouldn't be no Gun Vault. There wouldn't be just like Wave 4. There wouldn't be no Shantae. So all you guys are on your own. Your name is your currency. Don't fuck it up.
All you have is your reputation in this industry.
That's
exactly. And you don't need to fuck it up. So with that, sorry that you came. I'm gonna give my boy his shout out.
Unless you're Bubsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give before we done. I'm gonna give my boy a shout out. Time out, you came in late. What was your indie game / PC, your game of the year, and the game that you're most disappointed in?
You said PC. You said PC game.
If you know, it was basically if you play PC, yes. If not, then you be PC / indie. What was your indie game? If you have an indie game that you like the most, and then what game you liked the most out of 2018, and then what was your disappointment with game that you thought that I was gonna buy it, but I said nah, I'm not gonna buy it. What was those 3 games right there in that order?
All right. For indie game, I guess it'd be up for either The Fall, Unbound, or Skies of Free. I like flying games, so Skies of Free or that right there.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna say Monsters 2. Monsters 2. I'm gonna go and say Monsters 2.
All right.
I'm gonna say Monsters 2. I like that game, so I'm gonna say Monsters 2.
Okay.
Because I'd be losing in that game a lot, I'd be getting beat down. But I'll say Monsters 2. And what was the other one you said?
So that was the indie. So what was your game of the year?
Indie was my indie game of the year. Now, what's my normal game of the year?
Yeah, I get example again. Just like I said, I like Icy, but I like Smash. That was my. So, what was your game of the year?
I'm gonna have to go with that Wolfenstein too.
Yeah, I've seen you be playing that a lot. Okay, Wolfenstein 2. And what game that you were looking forward to buy, and you're like, no, not really.
I'm probably going to say I think I bought other stuff I wanted to play. Well, the game I haven't bought yet. I played the demo, but I don't know. I haven't bought it yet.
No, I ain't gonna buy. It's like okay. I was looking forward for. I'm just using an example. Don't mean this is just a pure example. Man, Fallout 76, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy it. Like you were kind of hyped, but you didn't. But you felt like, nah, I'm not gonna buy it. It didn't turn out the way I wanted.
I guess you could say Fallout 76 is one of them. I was gonna probably get that.
You're joking. You're joking.
Fallout 76 is what I want to play, but there was a game. I know there was a game. That I did want to get, but at the I can't remember what it was. I think I just forgot about it.
Okay, that's all that is.
Forgot about it because I just said forget it.
Yeah,
but,
that's the whole point. Yeah, if you don't know the game.
I know 76 was one of them, but for sure. Okay. So I like Fallout, but you see the stories, you see it, and it's like
stories. We just told the whole story.
Oh yeah,
we just told the whole story. The dumpster fire from the beginning to end.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Ain't no stories. Yeah. Okay. Well, to end it off, because I just want to give you your little shout, because like I said, I know you've been busy as hell, and with your stuff. But what do you think of gaming at the moment? Because that's basically what I ask people, like, what do you think 2018 was a gaming, and what do you think will happen in 2019?
What I think about gaming in 18?
Yeah.
I wasn't really I've been following gaming that much to this year. I've been really busy this year. I've actually haven't been following that much as far as everything going on, so I'm not that informed this year, honestly.
All right. I'll make it quick and easy for you then. So, what is there a game in 2019 that you're looking forward for?
I'm not even sure when Nintendo coming out next year. I've literally haven't paid attention much this year.
Oh dang. Okay. Yeah, because we haven't even seen Chewbacca, and none of that stuff. So I know you've been busy.
X Machine, X Daily Machine. I do want to.
Damon Machine Machina.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. All right, guys. Like I said, so as Red just popped out, check out these guys' channel. Andre have his, he game ideas again with the Switch being what it is. Most of these ideas gonna basically come to fruition, and some of them I hope, some I don't, because I even a cracking joke with him. A cracking joke with Tesnoco versus Capcom coming on the 3DS. Nah, I wanted the Switch. You want to hurt my thumbs, man? Don't hurt my thumbs. Don't hurt my thumbs.
Go ahead, BCS.
Basically, another game that I just saw.
Syndrome.
I'll say this: another game I'm looking forward to, and I hope it. And on the indie side, that I'm looking forward to, and I hope it comes out great because it looks nice. Was Street of Rage 4? I just saw the new clip. Like what I've seen there. That looks good with the whole Blaze and Alex doing the combo into each other with the power moves. Like that.
No, see, Sega better not disappoint me with this game because I will cuss them out. I will look if it comes out and this game is a sheer utter disappointment as good as it looks. Well, they gonna get cussed out. They gonna get cussed out something royal.
I believe you. But Street of Rage 4 is another one and any scene that I'm looking forward to. That new clip they just put out, a new gameplay clip they put out, and you see Blaze doing the whole fireball, then the flip kick, and of course Axel's doing the combo with the jump, the knee into the kick, then the grandpa then the Dragon Wing was like, that looks awesome. So if you're doing all that, guys, I wish you the best of luck again. Like I said in the video when we did it, and also in Andre's video, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope that you guys take some critics from the gaming community. Some, not a lot, because they will fucking
No. See, they need to filter that shit.
Yes, that's why he said. That's exactly why he said that. That's why he said that. So 2019, here we come. We'll see what game is gonna happen. I hope it ain't the same shit, different day, different year, like we always say. Are they gonna be bitching in 2019? Of course, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. But let's see if they don't, if they do not go any more stupider than they need to go stupider. Of course,
that's gonna happen.
Well, we just did it with the whole Fallout thing, so we went you the whole story of that. So my thing is, let's see what happened in 2019. Be wise with your money. Spend the game that you want to have to spend with. And again, check out these guys' channels. I know Timeout has been busy as hell, so I miss my boy Lil Chewy, man. I miss him.
Chewy somewhere around here. Hey, probably in the store. I don't know where he at right now, honestly. Hey, sorry, Chewy. I'll find Chewy one of these days.
get up with his huggies, because I miss Chewy. I miss Chewy. And of course, with anybody out there, like I said, if you're gonna go out and party for 2000 for New Year's Eve night, be safe, drink responsibly. Don't drink that Fallout beer, Fallout rum. That shit ain't gonna that'll fuck you up.
It ain't gonna give you a buzz.
No, it might.
Wings. That's the least of your problems.
Exactly. But have a safe New Year's Eve. We can Ncast will catch you on the other side of the new year. I hope everybody enjoy. Get all the games you wanted for what it is, and hey, maybe I remember. Huh?
I was saying, hopefully you'll be able to get the games that you want for the year. And if anything, as always, as you would say, there's no perfect game out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me.
What are you doing about phrase? What are you doing about phrase?
Everybody knows.
I didn't finish it, so if anything, I'll let you do that.
That was awesome though. Just rolled right into it.
This is what happens when I think I know you guys.
Oh, you know us, but okay, you know that's my end call.
Person to do that though. You are not the first person to do that because Doc has done that to me several times.
Yeah. Don't drink the juice, whatever. And again, there's over 250. There's over 2,500 games on the Switch. If you can't find nothing to play, that's on you.
That's on you.
Literally, that's on you.
That is a library that's a library that should not even be possible right now, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of games. It's region free. It's region free. It's unlocked. It's not hell. The Switch is even Sony's censoring more than the Switch, which is weird itself on itself. So you got the games out there, people. Federation 4 is 2 full title. Hey, I play Federation 4. Federation Force and like the game, so I ain't got nothing against that. I'm a Metroid fan. Now, unlike other people, here's the thing: my Metroid games were never broken. That's the difference. You might not like it. That's cool, but my games were never broken. I enjoyed every Metroid because they were not broken piece of hot garbage. So that's a different story.
Beeping men.
So, like I said, hopefully, maybe time I could jump back in and do some stuff. Game wise, when he gets, because I know you might have moved or something, right?
Yeah, I moved a few times. So,
oh wow, a few times. I remember the last video you gonna move. I'm like, dang, I know, right?
Well, yeah, I've been, trying to take some money to start my business up. So I'm like, no, it's too expensive here. Let me go somewhere else.
Hey, I can't hate against that. I cannot hate against that. But hope you will bring them TikTok talk radio back on the air, man. Okay?
They'll be back.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah, we do. So with that said, even though Jewel took my line, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is perfect to me. What's perfect to me is perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Y'all have a good night.
And hype responsibly.